AD and 100.3 FM. High school football. Indiana Little Indians versus the Knoch Knights. Tonight's game is sponsored by Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Luxembourg's Jewelers, S&T Bank, Good & Associates Insurance Agency, Friends of Shireen Hess for Indiana County Commissioner, Indiana Regional Medical Center, by Citizens Ambulance Service, Colonial Auto Group, Grand Beginnings Children's Center, by Hutton Blues Insurance, Friends of Anne-Marie Everett for District Judge, Marion Center Bank, Sobek Fitness, the Pediatric Care Center, also sponsored by the Allied Milk Producers, Indiana Total Therapy, Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning, Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory, Friends of Joe Pittman, sponsored by the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, Luther Ford Lincoln, the Law Office of Patrick Doherty, In First Bank, by Friends of Jim Struzzi, the YMCA of Indiana County, Diamond Drug and Diamond Medical Supply, Walbeck Insurance, Berkshire Hathaway, sponsored by SeaWorld Satellites, Crimson Wealth Management, and now let's go down to the field for high school football on AM 1450 WDAD and 100.3 FM.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the IRMC High School Sports Night. We are live from the S&T broadcast booth at Knoch Knights Stadium as the Indiana Indians will take on the Knoch Knights. Both teams come into the game tonight 1-0. Indiana had a big win last week over Freeport, and Knoch, I think probably the surprise of the WPIL, beat Hampton 45-38. Good evening, everybody. I'm Pat Doherty. I'll be joined later on by Doug Steve here at Saxonburg, Pennsylvania. It is a ball as we kick off this Labor Day weekend in week 2 of the WPIL football schedule. We have a lot on tap for you tonight for this pregame show. We're going to have the Senior Spotlight sponsored by the Law Office of Patrick Doherty. We're going to have our coaches interview and much more to come here on this IRMC High School Sports Night. We'll be back to the S&T broadcast booth after this. S&T Bank, People Forward Banking.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office.
Return your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 300 Take a Leak, PA 042115.
Luxembourg's Jewelers, a proud supporter of all the area athletes, would like to wish the best of luck to all the Heritage Conference schools and, of course, the Indiana Little Indians this season. With 2 convenient locations, Luxembourg's Jewelers is the winning choice for gifts of any occasion. Show your school pride with gifts ranging from beautifully logoed coffee mugs, keychains, money clips, water bottles, and more. From the Indiana Mall to downtown Indiana, Hip, Jeff, and the Luxembourg's team wishes everyone an MVP season. Luxembourg's Jewelers is Indiana's jeweler.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Helping families like yours with auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance. The agency will be there every step of the way. Contact your trusted community advisor today, Good & Associates Insurance, to get a quote. 724-465-8887.
Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, drive off in a new Explorer, Expedition, Edge, and Mustang Mach-E. And always look at the exciting Ford Mustang. Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg. LutherFord.com.
Hi, this is Tony Satil, candidate for Magisterial District Judge in Indiana. In football and in all sports, coaches love experienced players in the lineup. It's what sets winners apart. With nearly 33 years as a practicing attorney and the last 3 years as a prosecutor, I have that type of experience. I've also been dedicated to serving our community and our young people for many years. I have the experience our next district judge needs, and I ask for your vote.
Welcome back to the Indiana Total Therapy pregame show for our senior spotlight, brought to you by the law office of Patrick Doherty. I'm joined by senior Evan Brocious. Evan, thanks for joining me today.
Yes, sir.
Hey, tell us who your parents are.
Dave and Marcy Brocious.
And do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I have 2 younger brothers, Drew and Jace.
Okay. How long have you played football?
Since 6th grade.
Yeah, what's your favorite part?
First 3 games of last year, we started off pretty good, had a couple game winners, so it was fun,
Yeah.
exciting.
All right. Who is your favorite athlete? It doesn't have to be a football player.
Kyrie Irving.
Why do you like Kyrie?
He's different.
Okay. How about, what's your favorite movie?
Oh boy. Something with Will Ferrell.
Something with Will Ferrell.
I'd say
Anchorman?
Yeah, I like Anchorman.
Old School?
Or Ricky Bobby.
Oh, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
All right, good one.
Yeah.
Good one. How about your favorite class in school?
Anything science related.
All right. What are your goals for the 2023 season?
I want to make playoffs this year, have a winning season.
Okay. Do you have any plans for after high school?
I'm going to go to college for business and sales.
Okay. And is there anyone that you would like to thank that has helped you along your way?
All the coaches, all the Pee Wee coaches that brought me up and taught us how to get ready for high school, and parents who took us to practices and all that stuff. So,
Okay.
yeah, thank them guys.
All right. Well, listen, good luck this year. Thanks, Evan, for joining us today on Senior Spotlight, brought to you by the law office of Patrick Doherty. We will return with more of the Indiana Total Therapy pregame show after this.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory in Indiana understands the importance of those qualities and is proud to be a presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. The team at Beyond the Sunset can guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a beloved pet. When you need help with this celebration, you can find them online at beyondthesunsetpets.com, helping families and friends honor their loved one. Milk every moment.
Football fans across the county, did you know
Citizens Ambulance Service has been providing our community with professional emergency medical services for 59 years.
Citizens' 1,000 square mile service area includes 7 school districts and 47 municipalities.
They partner with local fire departments and individuals to have medically trained responders at your door as quickly as possible.
Citizens has responded to 5,400 emergency calls so far this year.
The Citizens Ambulance Board of Directors thanks you and reminds you that community support makes it work.
Introducing the new Colonial Advantage at Colonial Auto Group. Our complimentary program with every new and used vehicle. 1 year of no-charge maintenance, meaning you can enjoy your new vehicle and let us take care of the rest. Plus, a lifetime warranty. That's a $2,500 value. The Colonial Advantage program is our way of giving you peace of mind with every Colonial vehicle purchase. Colonial Auto Group, home of the Colonial Advantage. Visit shopcolonialcars.com.
We're back with the ITT Therapy pregame show. I'm joined by Indiana head coach Brad Wright. Coach, week 1, got the first win, first time since 2016 an Indiana team won in that first week. I don't like week 0. I don't. That makes no sense to me, so I always say week 1.
Right.
But whatever we're going to call it, that opening win, to get that win, what's that mean to your program?
It means a lot that, we were able to make it through 2 days and continue to improve day in and day out and just focus on the process. We're not focusing on results. We're taking it one rep at a time and just trying to get better every single rep.
We saw some explosive plays out of your offense. Trevor Smith, obviously, we know what he can do. Big plays, especially in that second quarter that really flipped the momentum of this game against Freeport. Talk to me about what you saw on film with regard to your offensive production.
So we always practice 3 to 5 deep shots per week, plays that we feel we can hit over the top. And then going into the game, we kind of narrow it down to 2 or 3 that we feel really good about. And we were able to hit on 2 of those plays. So I was very happy with our execution in that regard.
Levi Porter really seems to be coming along in the backfield. He had that run where it looked like he was going to be stopped after about a 4-yard gain and just kind of broke loose. How is he coming along with his maturation, being that he's only a sophomore?
Yeah, and he's not your typical sophomore. He's a very explosive kid, and he works very hard. And we brought him in last year as a freshman, and we brought him, into it kind of slow, and then eventually moved him into the backfield, and he's really taking the bull by the horns, and he's running with it now.
I was really impressed with the effort that your defense had last week. Really, they could have pitched a shutout, but for a play here or there. Talk to me about what your team did defensively that after watching the film that impressed you.
Yeah, we were able to line up correctly and control the line of scrimmage, and I thought we had really good linebacker play also. Both our linebackers had close to 10 tackles, and Tyler Reifendijk, for our player of the game on defense, had a sack, so they really stepped up.
Ben Cochran really seemed to be a pretty dominant presence in the middle of that defensive line. We know he had the one pass knocked down, but he just looked like a man amongst boys up there.
Yeah, he's definitely the leader of our offensive and defensive line, and when he's not in there, it's really noticeable. He's a really intelligent kid, hard worker, and he's just a game changer for us in there.
So you're going to take your team on the road. Obviously, that's a whole new level of organization and things that you have to do to prepare for that. Yep. Talk to me about what that looks like.
Well, going on the road this week, we're going into Knoch and playing a very challenging team, and we just have to be ready to be out of our comfort zone a little bit. They're opening a new field up this season, and we'll be in a hostile environment. We're looking forward to the pressure of that situation.
Yeah, I mean, when you go, they're coming off a big win. Mm-hmm. What have you seen on film that gives, as we'd say, keeps a coach up at night?
Yeah, definitely their quarterback. He reminds me of Trevor a lot in that he can extend plays with his legs, and he keeps his eyes downfield, and he finds open receivers and throws the ball accurately. So definitely a dual threat.
Coach, I want to thank you for your time today. We'll be back with more of the ITT pregame show after this.
Thank you.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Hello, this is Jay
and Shannon
from Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
Hi, this is Tony Satil, candidate for Magisterial District Judge in Indiana. In football and in all sports, coaches love experienced players in the lineup. It's what sets winners apart. With nearly 33 years as a practicing attorney and the last 3 years as a prosecutor, I have that type of experience. I've also been dedicated to serving our community and our young people for many years. I have the experience our next district judge needs, and I ask for your vote.
The ITT pregame show continues with the keys to the game, driven by the Luther family of dealerships.
Knoch Knights for the keys of the game, brought to you by Luther Ford Lincoln. It's pretty simple. Last week, Indiana got off to a slow start. They have to eliminate their turnovers on offense. The offense is going to go as the skilled players can take them. Trevor Smith has to have a good game and not turn the football over. Then you also have the wide receivers of Anthony Kowchuk, James Mill. They cannot throw interceptions. Have to have a good offensive performance by them. And then, of course, the electrifying Levi Porter out of the backfield. He's a dual threat. He can run the ball. He can catch the ball. The second key to the game for Indiana is they have to eliminate the personal foul penalties that extended drives last week and put them in bad offensive situations. So they have to reduce their penalties, and then they'll be able to do what they do on defense, which last week their defense had an outstanding performance against Freeport. Can they duplicate that against the high-flying Knoch Knights offense that's coming in here after scoring 45 points against Greater Allegheny Conference rival of Indiana, Hampton? It was a tremendous game. Cody Mullen, number 5, he's their quarterback. He's the one that makes it go. In record for most passing yards in a season. So they're looking for big things out of their junior quarterback, Cody Mullen. Can the Indiana secondary hold up? And can that front, led by Ben Cochran, as Coach said in the interview, can they control the front and make Knoch one-dimensional? If Indiana can do that, they have a good chance for success here tonight. As with anything, Indiana has to come out and play physical. These games against Knoch have always been very physical. So we'll see what happens as this game goes on. We'll return to the S&T broadcast booth on WDADradio.com, 100.3 AM and AM 1450 WDAD, as well as you can catch us on video, brought to you by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory. We'll be back after
Clearly, if there's one kind of food we can all agree on, it's ice cream. There are countless different flavors, and you can top it with everything from fruit to whipped cream to candy. Plus, that
to experience luxury with your next vehicle? Then look no further than Luther Lincoln. From the full-size Lincoln Navigator to the mid-size Lincoln Aviator or the Lincoln Nautilus and Corsair crossovers, Luther has the Lincoln you want. With complimentary pickup and delivery for service or being able to schedule your service appointments online, Luther Lincoln wants to make your experience a pleasant one. Luther Lincoln, your choice for Lincoln. Route 119, Homer City. Click on lutherlincoln.net.
This area's authorized Train dealer. Anderson's can give your furnace a full checkup to make sure it's ready for fall and winter. Don't wait. The game clock.
Milk every moment.
Community involvement and cherishing the special moments that sports create in our children's lives.
Pediatric Care Center of Indiana and Marion Center are proud to support local student athletes. Each athlete has represented their schools and their communities to the best of their abilities. Doctors Rizwan and Amina Jabber and their entire team at both locations would like to wish both teams the best of luck in today's contest and in the future. The Pediatric Care Center, with 2 locations located in the 119 Professional Center in Indiana and the Mahoning Medical Center in Marion Center, recognized as the best pediatric care team in the Best of Indiana County contest.
And enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
Indiana's premier fitness facility, Sobek Fitness, is excited to be a sponsor of Little Indians Athletics and this year's football season. Sobek Fitness is Indiana's only open-floor gym. One step inside and you will realize this is no ordinary gym. Sobek has the largest selection of equipment to choose from, including plate-loaded machines and plate select machines. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or new to a gym, Sobek has the equipment for you. Call Sobek Fitness to join 724-801-8170 or check them out online at sobekfitness.com.
In sports, game plans are essential to the success of the team. The same can be said for the game of life. What kind of game?
Horses is hospitality. Sit right down and enjoy a great meal. Horses is hospitality. Delicious food, lots of Hossaville. You'll love our famous fresh salad bar. The freshest near or far. Your hometown steakhouse, wherever you are. Horses Steak and Sea House. Haas's is hospitality.
2022 Ford Escape and get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months. Or buy a new 2023 Ford F-150 4x4 XLT and get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months. Plus $4,250 in incentives. Wow! Both Luther Ford stores open Labor Day 9 to 4 with free refreshments for all. Luther Ford, Homer City, and Evansburg.
The ITT pregame show continues with the starting lineups presented by Indiana Total Therapy, world-class rehabilitation care with 3 locations in Indiana County. Learn more at indianatotaltherapy.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the S&T broadcast booth here at Knoch High School in Saxonburg, Pennsylvania. The starting lineups for tonight. Indiana's the visitors. They're under second-year head coach Brad Wright, whose career record is 4-7. They are led by center Ben Cochran. At guard, John Wyant. At the other guard, Isaac Nygren. Your tackles are Carson Beatty and Colton Augustine. Your quarterback is Trevor Smith. And your running back is Levi Porter. As you know, Levi had 3 touchdowns last week, 2 receiving and 1 rushing, and Trevor Smith threw for 3 touchdowns in the opening week win. The wide receiving core is anchored by Anthony Kowchuk, James Mill, Evan Brocious, and Rocco Cosentino will get some action tonight, replacing the injured Quinn Lipniscus. For the Knoch Knights, they are coached by Tim Burchett. His career record, this is his second year as well, and he is 2-9. At center, number 55, Bennett Shaw. He's a 5'9 senior, 215 pounds. At the guards, Wyatt Foster. He's a junior, 6'1", 225 pounds. At the other guard is Parker Anderson. He's 6'1", 260 pounds. At the tackles, Zach Sobalski. He's a sophomore. He's 5'11", 190 pounds. At the other tackle is Lucas Kolasar. He's 6 foot, 215 pounds. As we talked about in the pregame, their quarterback is Cody Mullen. Cody threw for 4. He's number 5. He's a junior. He's 5'9", 170 pounds. He threw for 4 touchdowns last week, in their opening week win against Hampton. Last year, he set the single season record for Knoch passing, 1,660 yards, and he also accounted for 428 yards rushing. He will look to Tony Nicolazzo. He's a 5'8", 175-pound senior. He's a running back. At the wide receivers, they have Caden Spencer, number 4. He's their big play target. He's a junior. He's 6 foot, 185 pounds. Other receiver, number 22, Sam Skirka. He's a junior. He's 5'8", 165 pounds. Their other big threat is number 2, Jackson Bauman. He's a sophomore. He's 6 foot, 165 pounds. And at wide receiver is Elijah Rudiger. He's a senior, 6'3", 170 pounds. With that, let's see, is Doug Steve available? Doug Steve's going to join me here tonight. I don't know if Doug's down on the sideline yet or not.
Yes, can you hear me up there?
Yeah, I got you, Doug. What are you feeling down on the field here?
Well, I tell you what, it's a beautiful evening for high school football, just like IUP had last night at Frank Signetti Field here tonight. A beautiful new turf field. I remember the days that would come down here and play football, Pat, and I could look across the sideline with the big crown and with the grass field. You couldn't see the other person's ankles.
Yeah, and they'd grow that grass up high, Doug, thinking they're going to slow you down.
Well, I'm slow anyway, so you and I wouldn't have mattered.
It wouldn't have mattered to us for sure.
Yeah. It's a beautiful evening for football, Indiana, and you went over the keys of the game, and they're exactly right. They'll do the ceremonial coin toss, but Indiana has won the toss. They will receive to start this evening's game.
All right, so they're going to put their offense out first. Doug, also, I know you ran into him tonight. There's a IUP connection here tonight at Knoch. New athletic director here at Knoch is Josh Shoup. You and I knew him from his days at IUP.
Yes, and I got a chance to talk to Josh, and not just Josh, but his dad Les Shoup, another IUP great from way back. He does he's part of the chain crew here. So, and Jordan's one brother, or Josh's brother Jordan, got inducted into the Knoch Hall of Fame here this evening. That just took place, the ceremony, about 15 minutes ago. So a lot of great reminiscing about IUP with the Shoup family earlier.
Yeah, that's you can't talk about a better family and good ambassadors, not only for this Knoch athletic program, but I know Les is a big IUP supporter, played at IUP, and Josh obviously played at IUP. Tremendous. We have a nice Indiana turnout over there, Doug. Looks like the band got here early. The cheerleaders are here. The team just came out on the field. They're decked out and they're all white with red numbers. So this should be a good test for Indiana.
You're cutting out there, Doc.
Sorry, Doug. I said we have a nice crowd. The band's here and the cheerleaders are here, and Indiana's decked out in their white uniforms tonight, huh?
At left guard, number 54.
All right, I seem to have a little technical glitch.
At center, number 55.
All right, we seem to have our connection. So let's take a commercial break right here, and we'll come back getting ready for the kickoff of this game, Indiana versus Knoch.
Celebrate late football season, and before you know it, Mother Nature will say time to. Have you had your furnace checked lately? If not, call Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning in Indiana. They're this area's authorized trained dealer. Anderson's can give your furnace a full checkup to make sure it's ready for fall and winter. Don't wait. The game clock is ticking down for cooler temps. Call Anderson's at 724-465-8923. Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning. PA license 677.
Can you hear me any better now?
Yeah, now it's a little better.
All right, I don't know what happened. I didn't do anything.
Elbow, knee, shoulder, head to toe, joints and bones.
It's a new season of high school sports in Indiana, and Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is proud to be back presenting Indiana video broadcasts. The team at Bowser Minnick feels overwhelming support from the community and has enjoyed watching and celebrating the accomplishments of the young student athletes, along with all the families and viewers. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is committed to community involvement and cherishing the special moments that sports create in our children's lives. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
62nd District.
And we're back.
This is State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all of our student athletes and their families every success. Friday Night Lights are always exciting, and I recognize how important it is for students to be involved in activities, whether it be in athletics or the performing arts. I salute not only all of our students, but also all who guide them, on and off the gridiron, and I wish all of our hometown teams the best of luck this season.
Football here tonight. The temperature is 75 degrees. It is sunny. There's not much wind to speak of. And it is just a perfect night for high school football in Western Pennsylvania. We want to mention that you can also watch this stream on WDADradio.com through Renda Digital TV on YouTube. You can also join us streaming at WDADradio.com, and you can hear it all over the world. But our main station is 100.3 FM and AM 1450 WDAD. So the captains are out on the field. They're doing the ceremonial coin toss as they begin to get ready for this matchup tonight. Doug, what are you hearing down on the field?
Well, you know what? Both teams, Indiana came out and they did some stretching out here even before the game. It seemed like because of that, the Hall of Fame induction ceremony here in Knoch, they had a lot of extra time in the locker room they had to be off the field at about 25 after 6, which typically it's around 25 till 7. So they had an extra 10 minutes in the locker room, and they came out Indiana and did a little more stretching, more than they would on a normal night. So hopefully that doesn't cause any problems to Indiana. They can get this kickoff return team, and let's get a good return and get the offense going. But Indiana, again, you talked about we have to stay away from, Indiana has to stay away from those stupid penalties. And I think the key, too, is sustained drives offensively, because with the passing attack of Knoch, you don't want our defense out there after short drives by the offense. So maybe if Indiana can sustain, get some 10, 12-play drives, keep that Knoch offense off the field. Pat?
Thanks. That's a Crimson Wealth Management sideline report. We'll have those all through the night. We're also going to have First Commonwealth Bank quick stats as we go along. And we want to remind you that our presenting video sponsor is Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory, celebrating each life uniquely as it was lived. As the teams are out to kick off, it appears that Knoch will kick off to Indiana, and they have the ball teed up. And that ball goes deep down to Evan Brocious at the 3-yard line. He's out over the 15, over the 20, and wrapped up by a host of Knights right there at about the 23-yard line. So that's where Indiana will set up shop, at the 23-yard line on 1st and 10. Welcome into the S&T broadcast booth. The score is 0-0, just the opening kickoff. Indiana comes out in their spread formation. Trevor Smith at quarterback. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. You have James Mill and Anthony Kowchuk to the right. Smith back to pass. Finds Mill in the flat. Makes one tackler and gets wrapped up. He's out to about the 26-yard line. So that'll be a gain of 3 yards.
And again, it's good to get going early with your quarterback and receivers, those little short passes, just to build the confidence, and also to see what type of defense you're going to see from Knoch, from the coaching staff.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Knoch comes out in a unique defense. They have a lot of guys in the secondary. They only have 1 middle linebacker, and they have 5 guys. It's like they're nickel. Smith back to pass, pump fakes, out over the middle. He's got a man, just overshoots, just out of the reach of James Mill. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 here, Doug. And again, you don't like to be in those 3rd and long situations, but I like what Indiana was trying to do to stretch the field there.
No, and right there, James tried to do a stop-and-go move, but great defense by Jackson Bauman, the defensive back for Knoch. He did not go for it.
And Indiana comes out. You have 2 receivers to the right, to the left. Pribish as a sidecar. Smith back to pass. Intercepted. Ball is intercepted by number 10. And that is Braden Plew for Knoch. Knoch's going to be set up right in on the Indiana side of the ball. They'll be at the 33-yard line. So, Doug, we talked about don't want
I think they just read Trevor's eyes. He keyed in on his receiver the whole time. And, again, Knoch made the defensive play here.
So Knoch comes out, as we've talked about, number 5, Cody Mullen. He's their driver at quarterback. He's flanked by a sidecar. He's got 2 receivers each way. Looks to throw. Quick out. Incomplete pass. It dropped. That was number 88. Elijah Rudiger, the referee, waved it off. It was an incomplete pass. They did kind of what Indiana did. Just want to get a short, easy pass.
Sorry, that was an incomplete pass.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and a lot of times, too, you do those passes early, and the coaches upstairs are watching how the defense reacts to those formations and everything.
Indiana's defense is led by Isaac Nygren, 3-year starter, and Tyler Reifendeifer in the middle. Handoff up the middle to Nicolazzo. He breaks free. He's wide open and brought down by Trevor Smith and Anthony Kowchuk right at about the 20-yard line. So that's a 1st down for Knoch. We are just beginning the 1st quarter. There's 10:52 on the clock, and Knoch's going hurry. They're going to hand it off to Nicolazzo up the middle again. He's stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Ben Cochran's there, and Tyler Reifendeifer on that stop.
And, you talk about Tyler Reifendeifer. He had a great game last week in the Indiana victory defensively.
He was named by the coaches as the player of the game for the Indiana defense. All right, Knoch lines up. They've got one wide receiver out to the left and 3 guys bunched real tight. Fake the handoff up the middle, and that ball is deflected by Carson Beatty.
Mullins pass is blocked at the line.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. And you can see Knoch, as they're looking over to their sideline, the sun is in their face, so they're shielding their eyes. But they come out. Mullen is in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and a sidecar is Nicolazzo. And they look to the sideline for the play as it's signaled in. Mullen directs his troops. The receivers adjust. Snap to Mullen. Back to pass. Heavy rush. Inside screen is dropped. They tried to run a tunnel screen to Braden Flew, and it was incomplete. Brings up 4th down for the Knights.
Indiana, nice job defensively right there. They were not surprised by that screen pass. They had it defended well, even if he would have caught it.
Yeah, and you can see that on the replay at home if you're watching on the video stream, brought to you by the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory. So a big 4th down here early in this ball game. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Mullen takes a direct snap, back to pass. He looks over the middle, he's looking to run. He's moving, and he bounces the pass short of the receiver, so Knoch will turn the ball over on downs. Indiana will take over at their own 20-yard line. So the Indiana defense with a good stand there, Doug.
Yes, they did. And Pat, you may want to check with Andy up there. I got a text that people are having trouble hearing me on the broadcast. That's unusual, not being able to hear me. But no, great job defensively for Indiana. Let's see now they can get their offense going.
All right, we'll check on that technical issue. We can hear you just clear as day, so we'll see what we can do. Indiana's back out. Smith back to pass. He finds a wide open Anthony Kowchuk, and he's almost to the 30-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down for the Indians.
Brought down by Spencer.
And again, it's 9 minutes to play in the first quarter. Your score is 0-0. Indiana versus Knoch. Thanks for joining us on this IRMC Sports Night. We are in the S&T broadcast booth. People Forward Banking, S&T Bank. Indiana, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Smith back to pass. He looks to the out, and he overshoots James Mill. Smith's pass was just a little bit high out of the reach of James Mill. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 on the 30-yard line.
Again, Indiana's looking to the short pass game, the 3-step drop right now to see how Knoch is going to defend them. But don't be surprised to see him go downfield again here in this series.
Yeah, I would expect so. And now, we haven't seen the ball get to Levi Porter yet. Let's see what happens here. And there it is. Handoff to Levi Porter, but he gets wrapped up a gain of about 2 yards. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 on the 32-yard line. Indiana's moving left to right.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Here at Knoch Knights Field from our vantage point in the S&T broadcast booth.
Again, we talked about the new turf here, and it's from Shaw Sport Tech, the same company that put in the Indiana turf.
Yeah, and they also had some team.
Yes.
And that's a direct snap to Trevor Smith, and he scrambles good enough for a 1st down for the Indians.
Smith with the carry.
They ruled that.
And getting the 1st down.
They marked it a 1st down, and you can see it on the replay here. Trevor just made something happen with his legs. So they'll mark the ball right at the 40-yard line as Indiana continues the drive. They come out 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Sidecar in the backfield. Smith back to pass. He finds the out route to Evan Brocious. That's complete for about a 6-yard gain. Just a simple out route.
And Indiana must have seen something on film that they continually have gone to those little out passes right now.
Yeah, and let's not forget, this Knoch defense gave up 38 points last week.
Well, hopefully we can score at least that many today, Pat.
If we do, that'll be good for everyone, Doug. All right, Indiana comes out. They have 2 men in the backfield, Pribish and Porter. Smith, direct snap, hands off to Porter, who tries to get the outside edge. He's going to gain about a yard before he's met by stiff resistance by the Knoch Knights defense. And he was brought down by Foster there, the middle backer.
And Spencer.
And Caden Spencer was also in on that tackle for the Knoch Knights. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and about 3. Indiana's on their own 47-yard line, looking to keep this drive moving. The 8:04 mark, 0-0 score. Smith has 2 receivers each side. Pribish in the sidecar, in the gun. Porter in motion, handoff, Reed, but he's brought down quickly. Trevor was brought down. It was a Reed option. They faked it,
Porter's brought down in the back,
and they brought Smith
Rulo.
down by Lucas Rulo.
Loss of 2 on the play.
So now that's going to bring up a 4th and 5, and it looks like Indiana's put the punt team out.
So this is where maybe Indiana tries the hard count to get it 5-yard penalty, which should be enough for a first down.
Kowchuk's back deep for Indiana. Snaps clean. Kowchuk with a good punt. It's a high punt. Fielded and muffed. The ball's loose and did not get it back. It looks like they did.
Brings in the punt.
Oprosky got it back. He muffed it, then he got it bounced right back up to him.
Yeah, Keaton Oprosky. So Indiana's defense will be out in the field for their second series. The ball will be placed at the 13, between the 12 and the 13-yard line. There's no score, 7 minutes and 11 seconds in this game.
The Knoch Knights are starting on their 18-yard line.
I'm sorry, I said 13. It's the 18-yard line.
That's close enough.
Yeah, I was 5 yards off. So now let's see if Indiana can continue what they did in that first drive on defense and see what Cody Mullen's going to do. Knocks out. They have in the shotgun 2 receivers. Handoff. And Kowchuk brings down Nicolazzo after a gain of about 4 yards? About 4 yards.
Yeah.
And Knoch gets up to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be a 2nd and 6. Knoch's in their all blue uniforms. They have 3 receivers out to the left, nobody out to the right, and 2 backs in the backfield. Quick screen out here, and it's wide of the mark. He tried to get it to number 2. That would be Jackson Bauman.
That just looked like a miscommunication. Bauman was standing there where the quarterback led him, and he was flat-footed.
We want to remind you that this first quarter is brought to you by the Friends of Jim Struzzi. Knoch lines up on this 3rd and 6. They have 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right, and a sidecar out of the shotgun. Mullen back. He's looking to run. He's over the 25 to the 30 to the 31, and he gets brought down.
The carry.
And that's going to be good enough for a first down. Evan Brocious and Isaac Nygren. You can see it on the replay on Renda Digital TV.
First down.
Yeah, a nice design play. They got everyone on the right side, tripped receivers on the right, little quarterback draw, and there was no one on that left side.
Yeah, as I said earlier, Mullen was the team leader in rushing last year. He's back to pass. Quick screen to Bauman. Juggled, tipped, out of bounds, incomplete. Again, that's 2 times they've tried to get the ball out to Bauman on the quick screen, and it just hasn't meshed.
And you can't use the sun as an excuse because the sun has now gone below the press box area in the stands.
Yes, and we appreciate that very much. I can now see the replay board, and we're doing good. So Knoch lines up. They've got 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Mullen in the gun. Fakes the ball. Nicolazzo throws the field out, and he's stuck immediately by number 19, Rocco Cosentino for the Indians. It was a completed pass, but that ball was in the air a long time before Rocco Cosentino was able to put the wood to the receiver.
5 on the play.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
And again, nice job so far defensively for Indiana.
Knoch they have 2 receivers to the left, Mullen in the gun. They look to the sideline. 1 receiver out to the right. They have like an H-back right off of the tackle. Nicolazzo in the backfield. Mullen back to pass. He's looking to run. Pressure over the middle. Incomplete. He was looking to get the ball to number 4. Number 4 is Caden Spencer. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 5 for the Knoch Knights at their own 38-yard line. 5:26 to go here at Knoch. The score is 0-0, and they're going to bring the punt team on.
And the punter is also the quarterback, Cody Mullen,
yes.
So you have to be aware.
You got to be aware. Levi Porter is back deep for the Indians. Traditional punt formation. Ball snapped. Mullen with the kick. Line drive. Porter calls for a fair catch, and it bounces. And it rolls. It's going to roll right to about the 22-yard line. Let's take a quick 30-second break here on WDAD 1450. You're listening to Indiana High School Sports on an IRMC Sports Night. We'll be back after this.
This is State Representative Jim Struzan. I want to wish all of our area players, bands.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Teams in the 62nd District.
And we're back. 1st and 10. Smith back to pass, throws to Anthony Kowchuk, but he ends up cutting back and ends up with a big loss. All the way back to the 18-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 5, so that'll be 2nd and 15 on the 18. Welcome back to the S&T broadcast booth. Doug Steves join us tonight with the Crimson Wealth Management sideline reports. He's with us all night. Indiana, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Smith back to pass. He looks out, just out of the reach of Anthony Kowchuk. So now Indiana, 3rd and 15. They're not able to get something going here. And that clock sits at 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, and you don't have a lot of play choices, 3rd and 15, and you don't want to do anything stupid here deep in your territory.
It's interesting, Doug. They really haven't even tried to get Levi Porter going. I think he only has 1 carry so far.
Yes, that's all he has, and but I think that could be Knoch's game plan. They're keying on Levi wherever he is.
All right, Indiana comes out. They've got 2 backs in the backfield, either side of Smith. Porter in motion. Now we got a false start on Indiana. What'd you see, Doug? Did you see somebody flinch?
No, you know what? I don't know who I'm staying on the other end of the field just because of the reception area. Okay. And I don't know, did they have 2 guys in motion there, but they would have gone with the other signal.
They wouldn't have called it yet because they still had a chance to get set. The ball wasn't snapped. Either way, it's going to bring up a 3rd and 20. Again, not many plays in the playbook here, and you're backed up, so you got to be very careful. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Smith back to pass. Knoch brings the rush. Smith on the move. Oh, boy, he floated it out for Pribish. He had Pribish wide open.
4th down for the Indians.
Had him wide open and just shot it over his head. Indiana's going to have to punt.
Yes, and Pribish, if they could have connected, he still may be running right now.
So Indiana's backed up in their own territory. Kowchuk's going to come in to punt. And Knoch has 2 receivers back. It looks like they've got Jackson Bauman. Kowchuk. And I can't see the other number. Can you, Doug?
2 and 5.
Snap to Kowchuk. He gets the kickoff. It's a high, wobbly kick. And that ball's caught right at the 41-yard line. And number 5, that's Cody Mullen. He caught the ball and fell down immediately. So that's where Knoch's going to take over, 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. So they have good starting field position as they come out to run their offense.
Okay, so far in this first quarter, Indiana interception, punt. So we'll see defensively. They've done a nice job defensively, controlling, containing the passing game from the Knights.
Yeah, all right, so Knoch comes out. They've got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, a sidecar in the backfield, Mullen at quarterback. Hands the ball off. He fakes, keeps the ball, and gets maybe a yard before he's wrapped up by Carson Beatty and Ben Cochran. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 9 on the 39-yard line.
Cochran. Right now, Indiana defense, the defensive front for Indiana is holding their own against Knoch, and that's what you need to maintain the rest of the evening.
So Knoch substitutes some people in and out. Mullen calls the signals. They've got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Nobody in the backfield. They have a flanker out on the wing. Motion man, forward pitch to number 10. He's on the move. And there he goes. He's got about 8 yards before he's driven out of bounds. They didn't call it.
No, they didn't. The referee went for his pocket, but he threw his beanbag down. So I just wonder if there wasn't the ball came out over there. I couldn't tell.
And that was Braden Few on the pass. That goes down as a pass for the offense. So it's going to be 3rd down and short here for the Knights. 3rd and 1 on the 31. They've got. Let's see what they're going to line up in. Mullen is calling the signals. The play clock's down to 14. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right with an H-back and a running back next to Mullen. Mullen with the snap. Runs up the middle, and he gets absolutely stuffed at the line by Indiana.
Nice job by Nygren.
Nygren with a good job of shooting that gap to bring up a 4th down and 1 for the Knoch Knights at their own 30-yard line.
And that's another Knoch.
First down. Wow, they gave them a first down without even measuring that. It looked like he was stopped well short, Doug.
Yeah, you know what? That was the line judge came in and gave that good spot there, so I don't know what he saw because it looked like he was stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Wow. All right, so Knoch's got it. They've got 3 receivers to the right, nobody to the left, and they run the ball up the middle to Nicolazzo. He's got a seam. He's up the middle. Tackled down at the 20-yard line by Trevor Smith, but I think that's going to come back, Doug. I see a flag on the field where the area is normally of a hold.
Yes, the referee's looking, or are they? The referee's coming to talk to the umpire now, so when the umpire throws it, it's 99% of the time that's a hold.
And that's the indication. So Indiana, I imagine, will back them up.
Holding on the Knoch Knights.
So that's going to move the ball back to the 36-yard line. It'll be 1st down and what's that about? Oh, let's see. 26. They have to get to the 20.
26 to go?
No, that scoreboard's not right. I think it's 16.
Oh, 16, yes.
They've got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Mullen takes the ball and he runs up the middle. He bounces off a guy. Gets some good yardage. He's out over the 24-yard line. Indiana had him wrapped up early, and Mullen just kept his legs going. You can see it on the Renda digital replay.
Gain of 13 on the play.
No, Mullen did a nice job there, and that was the first time this evening that Indiana did not make the tackle on the initial contact.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and probably about 3 yards. 3 receivers into the boundary, into the short side of the field. Mullen's got 1 receiver out, and he's got a sidecar next to him in the backfield. That's Nicolazzo. Mullen, back to pass, incomplete. Looked like a false start as well that didn't get called. It looked like the 2 receivers took off before the ball was snapped.
There's been a couple times that it looks very close down here on the sideline as well.
So Indiana, another 3rd down. So let's see what they can do here.
This is where you may want to watch for them to go to the end zone, because I'm sure this is 4-down territory.
Absolutely 4-down territory. And again, Doug Steve is brought to us by Crimson Wealth Management with those sideline reports. Knoch comes out. They've got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Mullen back, hands the ball off, and he is brought down short of the sticks. They handed the ball off to Nicolazzo there, but Indiana did a good job. They tackled both Nicolazzo and Mullen. They wanted to make sure they had who they had, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and a long 4, maybe even 5 yards, Doug.
Yeah, and as we go about a minute and a half left, Indiana is, again, their interior line defensively is really doing its job right now.
2 receivers each side. Mullen in the gun. Back to pass. Looks over the middle. Scanning, field, finds a wide receiver open. That's number 4. That is Caden Spencer. That's going to be good for a Knights first down right at the 10-yard line. And that will put Knoch into the Citizens Ambulance red zone. Did you know that Citizens Ambulance has been providing care to Indiana County for more than 59 years? Community support makes it work. Citizens Ambulance red zone. Mullen in the gun. Sidecar. He looks. He passes out here, and it's a wide open receiver who gets it down to about the 1-yard line. That is complete to Jackson Bauman.
Down at the 1-yard line.
And they're going to have the ball at the 1-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and goal on the 1-yard line. Now they're going to pack it in. They've got 1 receiver wide, Nicolazzo and Mullen in the backfield. Handoff up the middle, touchdown. Nicolazzo just walked right in.
Into the end zone for the touchdown.
So that's a Knoch Knights touchdown at the 26-second mark of the first quarter. A 1-yard run by Nicolazzo. And, on that drive, it looked like Knoch had something going, and they were able to pick up a couple big conversions on 3rd down and on 4th down. So now the place kicker is on to kick. That is Cameron Triffinam. He's a left-footed kicker, and that'll be out of the hold of number 17, Aiden Jones. That kick is up, and it is good. So our score is Knoch 7, Indiana 0 with 26 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We're going to take a quick break. We are brought to you by on video by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, and this is an IRMC Sports Night on WDAD 1450, 100.1, and WDADradio.com.
UPMC Sports Medicine helps.
Hey, Indiana sports fans.
Miss the biggest floor sample sale Dowd's Furniture has had in years. We're cleaning out all the shelves and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory available for immediate delivery. Sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all available now. Hurry in and don't miss out at Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
More than sports and working out.
It's about making my community better.
Living a healthier.
Happiness is Friday Night Lights. Happiness is also when InFirst Rewards Checking gives customers money back when they use their card on all those fantastic things in life, such as getting ice cream, family vacations, going to sporting events, and trips to the amusement park. But do you know what truly makes InFirst happy? It's seeing Indiana student athletes shine in the community. Good luck, Indiana High, from the team at InFirst Bank. InFirst Bank, member FDIC.
InFirst Bank, here for you since 1922.
Is proud to support our hometown teams in the 62nd District.
And we're back here at Knoch Knights Stadium. The kickoff was taken by Levi Porter at the 2-yard line. He only gets it out to about the 12. So Indiana's going to be backed up in poor field position again as they come out here with 21 seconds to go. The score is 7-0 Knoch. And Indiana comes out.
First and 10 for the
First and 10.
The 12-yard line.
So they come out, and they've got Trevor Smith. He's got a sidecar. 2 receivers. They have a tight end in. Fake up the middle. There goes Smith. Smith out over about the 14-yard line. So a gain of 2.
Second down.
That will end the first quarter.
That's yes, that will. So that our first quarter was brought to you by Friends of Jim Struzzi. We appreciate his support all season on this IRMC High School Sports Night on AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and you can find us on WDADradio.com. And our video is sponsored all year by the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory. Bowser Minnick.
Hey, Indiana sports fans! Good & Associates Insurance Agency is proud to support Indiana high sports. The team at Good & Associates live and work in Indiana and have been serving this great community since 1955. At Good & Associates, the priority is doing what is best for the clients, helping families like yours with auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance. The agency will be there every step of the way. Contact your trusted community advisor today, Good & Associates Insurance, to get a quote. 724-465-8887.
Memory of a beloved pet. When you need help with this celebration, you can find them online.
Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, drive off in a new F-Series truck, Ford Ranger, Ford Maverick, or the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Check out the Ford Bronco, Bronco Sport, Eco Sport, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, Edge, and Mustang Mach-E. And always look at the exciting Ford Mustang. Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg. LutherFord.com.
Incorporated, the best place in town to take a lead. PA 042115.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory in Indiana understands the importance of those qualities and is proud to be a presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. The team at Beyond the Sunset can guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a beloved pet. When you need help with this celebration, you can find them online at BeyondTheSunsetPets.com, helping families and friends honor their love.
Down in 3.
Atypical in a high school game, each team had 3 full possessions in the first quarter. That's a lot.
Yeah, it really is. So Indiana has 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left. Smith back to pass. That ball's tipped up in the air and intercepted. That ball was tipped up in the air and intercepted. It was brought in by number 13, and that is Ethan Allwine with the interception. So Indiana's defense is going to have to come up big here. And unfortunately, Knoch Knights, you can see on the replay how that ball got tipped.
First and 10 on the 19-yard
now,
line.
Immediately, Knoch is in the Citizens Ambulance red zone. Community support makes it work. Citizens Ambulance.
Nice job by Allwine. He just got his long arms up, got the deflection, and caught it in the air.
Yeah, that's again, you talk about turnovers, and we talked about that early. Turnovers and penalties. So we're having the turnover bugaboo. Here come the Knoch Knights. They've got Nicolazzo next to Mullen. 2 receivers out to his left, man in motion. Direct snap. Hands the ball up to Nicolazzo. Nicolazzo creased the defense. He's still on his feet. He's churning inside the 10-yard line before he's wrapped up by the Indiana defense. He's going to get that ball all the way down to the 8-yard line. Good enough for a Knoch Knights, I think, a first down.
With the stop for the Indians.
It's going to be very close. Yes, it's going to be a first and goal.
First down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line. So the Indiana defense has to figure out a way to stop that run up the middle. Nicolazzo's creased him here the last couple plays. Mullen in the gun. Nicolazzo, short man in motion. Hands the ball off to Nicolazzo up the middle. He gets to about the 6-yard line.
With the carry brought down by...
And again, right now, the Knoch offensive line is moving the Indiana defense line off, as well as Indiana did in the first quarter. These last couple plays, the Knoch's been pushing them off.
And Knoch goes quick. Snap to Mullen. Hand off to Nicolazzo. He's got the edge. He's down to just short of the goal line.
Nicolazzo with the carry brought
So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and goal on the 1.
3rd and 1 for the Knights.
And Knoch looks to go quickly as Indiana's trying to substitute. Mullen, short back. Hands off to Nicolazzo up the middle.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Knoch.
Nicolazzo in for the touchdown.
So Indiana's been victimized by short fields and 2 one-yard runs by Nicolazzo. And that's Tony Nicolazzo. That's his second touchdown. And that'll bring out the kicking team. And that's number 21, Cannon Truffamok. I'm probably going to pronounce that wrong every time. Snap and the hold is clean. Kick is up. And that kick is good. So now Knoch takes a 14-0 lead with 10 minutes and 40 seconds into the second quarter. We'll be back on AM 1450 WDAD 100.3 FM and on Renda Digital Media. This is an IRMC High School Sports Night.
Celebrate Labor Day at Luther Ford. One trusted name, 2 great locations.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
If you've been sidelined by an injury, ankle, elbow, knee, shoulder, head to toe, joints and bones.
At Diamond Medical Supply, we're always on your team. No matter your sport, you can count on our support. With braces, bandages, biofreeze, and so much more, all to keep you in the game. We're a winning care solution, no matter what you play. Diamond Medical Supply, keeping you healthy this season because we care about care.
IRMC High School Sports Night. Indiana is at Knoch High School. Knoch has taken a 14-0 lead with 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the second quarter. This kickoff is brought to you by Grand Beginnings Children's Center. Get your children ready to shine at Grand Beginnings Children's Center. We also want to mention that Grand Beginnings is donating to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive for every point scored by both the Indiana team and their opponent. So we'll add 14 points to that tally tonight. Indiana's got 2 men back. Looks to be Brocious and Porter. Here's the kick from Allwine, and it's a deep one. Take him at the 3-yard line. Out over the 10, over the 15. Brocious on his feet out over the 25 where he is stuck right at the 26-yard line. Evan Brocious with a good return there for the Little Indians.
And Pat, you know, Indiana, the four possessions they've had tonight: interception, punt, interception. Again, you talked in the keys of the game is the turnovers, and right now Knoch is winning that turnover battle.
That's absolutely correct, Doug. So let's see if Indiana can put a drive together here. They started slow last week and came on in the second quarter. Let's see how that works tonight. They're going to come out. They've got Griffin Pribish in the sidecar next to Trevor Smith. 2 receivers to the right. Kowchuk now in motion, but 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Smith, and that's a false start by the Little Indians. The left tackle moved. So that's going to bring up a first and 15 back at the 21-yard line.
False start on the Indians.
Knoch leads 14-0 here in the early part of the second quarter.
15 for the Indians.
You know, we came in looking, thought we were going to see an aerial show by the Knoch Knights, but they've been pretty balanced off with the run and pass.
Yeah, they really have done a good job of getting Nicolazzo free their last 2 drives. Let's see what Indiana can do here. He's got Trevor Smith is in the gun. Hand off to Pribish. Pribish gets taken down quickly. Back in the backfield, that's going to be a loss of maybe 4. So that's going to, Indiana's going the wrong way now.
For a loss on the play.
Bennett Shaw with a nice play on Knoch.
Bennett Shaw is their nose man up the middle. He's a strong kid up the middle. That's going to put the ball back at the 15-yard line as Indiana is a 2nd and 21 now. They've got 3 receivers. Trevor Smith is in the shotgun. 1 receiver to the right. Smith looks to set up the screen, and that's diagnosed immediately. That ball is Brocious on the completion. but for very, very little gain. We'll see that on the replay as Brocious comes on the screen. Smith looks to him right away, gets it, but he was met immediately by the Knoch Knights defense. The ball is resting just outside the 17-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd and 19 for the Little Indians. Smith back to pass. He takes the ball and runs. He's got wide open space. He is out over the 37-yard line. That's good enough for an Indiana first down. And our first downs tonight are brought to you by In First Bank. That's an In First Bank first down. Check out In First Bank rewards checking today.
Again, great job. A design quarterback draw. They got the receivers out there. They're going downfield, and really Knoch had no defenders within 15 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was a good read by Trevor, and that snap was a little high. All right, so Indiana's got one receiver each way. They hand off up the middle. There's Porter. Porter over the 40. Over the 44-yard line. That's a good first down pickup for Indiana. Getting Levi Porter into the action.
Anderson.
It was last week as well in week 0 game. Indiana took them a while to get going offensively. It was no score until midway through the second quarter. Then Indiana scored 2 times in the last 6 minutes of the second quarter to take that 13-0 lead. Being down 14-0 here, they need to find some points on the board.
All right, Indiana lines up. Trevor Smith will be in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right in a sidecar. Man in motion. That's Brocious. Smith keeps the ball round the right end, and he is stacked up immediately. That was a designed run. They were trying to get Trevor on the edge. They brought Brocious in motion as some eye candy, as I like to call it, and there was nowhere for Trevor Smith to run. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down now. And where are they marking it? Looks like a loss of 2, so it's going to be a 3rd and 6 at the 42-yard line as our clock ticks under 7 minutes and 40 seconds in this second quarter. Knoch leads 14-0. Indiana, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Smith in the shotgun, and we have a whistle.
They're going to call...
I don't see a flag.
No.
Are they sending Evan Brocious off for blood?
Yeah, Evan Brocious must have blood on his elbow. He was looking all around, and the side judge spotted it, and they're sending him off the field.
All right, so who's that, number 10?
Trevon Joseph.
Trevon Joseph will replace Evan Brocious. So Indiana's got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Smith in the shotgun. Back to pass. He looks. He has a man open. That's Levi Porter. Levi Porter is out to the 43-yard line. So a good 3rd down pitch and catch. Trevor Smith to Levi Porter. That's going to be an In First Bank first down.
Nice job by Trevor to spot Levi over there. And, both quarterbacks this evening only 5'9", so they don't always see over the top. It's tough to see over the defensive lineman, but Trevor did a nice job there spotting Levi out in the flat.
Yeah, that's a good pickup. That puts Indiana over into Knoch territory. They have the ball at the 44-yard line. Check out In First Bank. Their rewards checking today. All first downs are brought to you by In First Bank. Smith has a receiver to the right. Fakes the handoff to Pribish, and he takes the ball. Looks for about a gain of 1. He's brought down at the 43-yard line. Trevor tried to keep it himself. That'll bring up a 2nd and 9 on the 43.
2nd and 9 for the Indians.
We haven't seen Kalchek at all going out. Involved in the passing game. He's in the slot position right now.
Here we go. Indiana's got Smith in the gun, 2 receivers each side. Pass out here to Kalchuk, and the ball is incomplete. Incomplete pass. Smith. Oh boy, and now they're going to get Kalchuk with a personal foul. The back judge threw it. What had happened was Anthony dropped the ball. The Knoch player went to get it, and Anthony gave him a shoulder. So that's going to be unfortunate for Indiana, and that's going to back them way up. We do want to remind you while we have a stoppage in the action, your stats tonight are brought by First Commonwealth Bank. First Commonwealth Bank Quick Stats. We'll do the best we can tonight. We don't have our statistician, Zeke Thomas. He's doing the home games for us, but tonight we're a short crew tonight, Doug. Just you and me.
Well, no one else wanted to come with us, Pat.
Now Andy's here on the video side, and we've got Peyton manning the camera.
Dead ball foul.
Oh boy!
Foul against the Knights.
They called that personal foul against Knoch, Doug.
Well, they said it was a helmet-to-helmet hit.
Okay.
So the head referee went like two fists together, which is a helmet-to-helmet contact. So that they must have called Knoch for that. Maybe that's why Anthony did what he did, a little retaliation.
Yeah. So Indiana's the beneficiary. That'll be another in First Bank first down. So that ball will be placed right at the 28-yard line. Indiana, they're on the move now. Smith back to pass, screen, out here to Kowchuk. Kowchuk makes a man miss, skirts down the sideline, he's hitting late. Out of bounds, no flags. No flags. Nicolazzo on the tackle as Kowchuk tried to skirt the sideline. You can see it on the Renda digital replay.
Well, there's a flag up towards the line of scrimmage here. Let's see what they're calling.
Okay. Well, on the play, I didn't see that.
That has to be an alignment, so hopefully that's not against Indiana.
Now Indiana looks like they're backing up, and the referee's talking to Knox. So let's see what this is all about.
See, sometimes with Indiana's offense, when they go spread, 4 receivers, you have that slot guy, and sometimes he does not get either up on the line enough, the receiver, or the slot guy back off the line.
They waved the flag off. There is no flag.
And the penalty is waved off.
Okay. So what do we have here, Doug? The ball's down. Is that another first down?
No, it's second down because they held it on the flag.
But if you look where the sticks are and where the football's sitting, that's an in First Bank first down.
They gave it to you. Yep.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that was a big play there by Kowchuk. So that's in First Bank first down. And now Indiana is in the Citizens Bank red zone. Community support makes it work. Citizens Ambulance Service has responded to 5,400 emergency calls so far this year. Smith hands off to Porter. Porter makes a man miss. He churns and runs, and he pushes all the way to the 11-yard line. Good first down run by Levi Porter.
A host of Knoch Knights brought him down.
So that'll be a second down inside the red zone. Also, Doug, did you know that Citizens Service Area includes 7 school districts and 47 municipalities in 3 counties?
Hey, you learn something new every day.
Well, we appreciate the support of Citizens Ambulance Service. And it looks like we got a timeout on the field, so we'll take it with them. You're listening to Indiana High School Football on an IRMC Sports Night.
It's Healthy Aging Month.
This is Tony Satil, candidate for Magisterial District Judge in Indiana. In football and in all sports, coaches love experienced players in the lineup. It's what sets winners apart. With nearly 33 years as a practicing attorney and the last 3 years as a prosecutor, I have that type of experience. I've also been dedicated to serving our community and our young people for many years. I have the experience our next district judge needs, and I ask for your vote.
This is Anne Marie Everett, your candidate for Magisterial District Judge. Just like the energy on the field, I'm bringing enthusiasm and experience to our community. With over 12 years in the legal arena, I'm committed to fairness and integrity. From the football field to the courtroom, let's keep teamwork alive. Remember, on November 7th, vote Anne Marie Everett, the right choice for District Judge. Together we'll make Indiana proud. Go Indiana, let's win this on and off the field.
Paid for by Friends of Anne Marie Everett for District Judge Committee.
Classic Hits 1450
WDAD.
And we're back in the S&T broadcast booth on an IRMC Sports Night. 5 minutes and 57 seconds. Knoch is leading 14-0. Smith gets the ball out to Mill. Mill comes around the corner and is driven out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, maybe the 8-yard line.
This is a nice sustained drive by Indiana. I talked about this earlier in the game, but they're about the 5-minute mark on their drive, and I believe they've had 10 or 11 plays on this drive as well, Pat.
Yeah, they have, Doug, and it's been a good drive by Indiana. Now they got to come away with points. They're at a 3rd and a long 1, and that ball is sitting right at the 8-yard line.
So this is where I'd fake the handoff and go to one of your tall receivers in the end zone because it's 4-down territory.
Absolutely. Smith, sidecar is Pribish. He's got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Smith rolls. He's looking to keep. He's got the first down and more. Touchdown, Trevor Smith for the Indians. Design run to Trevor Smith. He just got behind his blockers, those three receivers. We'll see it on the replay here on Renda Digital. Trevor Smith puts Indiana on the board. Yep, that's a design run. Good block by Indiana out front. And Smith dives into the end zone. Brings on Tristan Redinger to try the extra point.
Redinger back for the extra point.
Snap is down, kick is up. And that kick is good. So with 5 minutes and 44 seconds, your score, Knoch 14, Indiana 7. We'll be back on an IRMC High School Sports Night here on WDAD 1450 and 100.3 and Renda Digital TV. Brought to you by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sun.
What sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
T-Bank member FDIC equal housing lender.
It's football season, and before you know it, Mother Nature will say time to turn off the AC and crank up the furnace. Have you had your furnace checked lately? If not, call Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning in Indiana. They're this area's authorized trained dealer. Anderson's can give your furnace a full checkup to make sure it's ready for fall and winter. Don't wait. The game clock is ticking down for cooler temps. Call Anderson's at 724-465-8923. Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning. PA license 677.
WDAD Indiana.
And we're back here in Knoch. And Redinger with the Grand Beginnings kickoff. It's returned to the 36-yard line by Knoch. That's kickoff was sponsored by the Grand Beginnings Children's Center. Get your children ready to shine at Grand Beginnings Children's Center. So Indiana got on the board. It's 14-7. 5:37 left in the second quarter. On an absolutely picturesque night here in Saxonburg, Pennsylvania. Knoch's offense comes out on the field with a 1st and 10 at the 36.
5:37 left here in the first half.
Mullen back. They have two receivers tight. Mullen back to pass. He looks over the middle. He finds an open man who is tackled by Cosentino. Cleaned up by Trevor Smith. Reifendeifer was also in on that play, but that's going to be good enough for a in-first bank first down for the Knoch Knights. Another in-first bank first down. Check out in-first bank's rewards checking today. All right, Knoch's got it. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Snap to Mullen, and it's a fake. Hands off to number 2 on, that was a reverse. They set that up to number 2 to Jackson Bauman.
Check on the tackle.
And again, that in college anyway, that's a forward pass because the ball went forward from Mullen to Bauman. Knoch comes out here. That was a gain of about 3, so you have a 2nd and 7 right at the 50-yard line. Mullen in the shotgun. 3 receivers stacked tight. Again, hands off, fakes the ball. Bauman is out, and he's got space. And he's got down to the 26-yard line. What they did was they faked the handoff to Nicolazzo and then just got the ball out to Bauman.
And that's another Knoch Knight.
To Bauman, and he was wide open. Evan Brocious.
Nice setup play by Knoch, and Indiana's been doing a nice job containing the underneath pass, but they weren't able to do it that time.
Yeah, and it looked like Evan Brocious got sucked inside a little bit and didn't secure that edge as we see the Renda replay. Mullen in the gun. He's got 2 receivers spread wide to the left, 1 to the right. And we got a flag.
Oh, offsides, Indiana, they're calling.
Must have been lined up in the neutral zone.
Flag on the play against the Indians.
So that's another Indiana penalty. That's going to move the ball down to the 21-yard line. They're just on the cusp of the Citizens Bank, my goodness, Citizens Ambulance red zone.
I know where your money is now.
I don't have any. Now we got another flag. This is going to be procedure, so Knoch's going to give the ball right that 5 yards back to Indiana, so that'll bring up a 1st and 10 back at the 26-yard line.
Flag on the play against the Knights.
These are the penalties that drive coaches nutty.
That's right. The pre-possession ones.
Now it's 1st and 10 for the Knights.
You can live with the physical penalties. It's hard to live with the mental ones.
That's right.
Mullen in the gun. He's got a sidecar to his right. Back to pass. He's looking left. He's on the move. He's got to the 20, to the 15, down to the 10. And he is brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Carry down to the 5-yard line.
It'll be a 1st and goal at the 5-yard line for Knoch. Reifendiefer on the tackle.
That's another Knoch Knights. 1st down.
Knoch is now in the Citizens Ambulance red zone. Community support makes it work. Handoff up the middle. And they've got room wrapped up. He's fighting and struggling and fighting and struggling. He's down to the 2-yard line. Boy, what a good individual effort by Tony Nicolazzo. He was hit at the line of scrimmage and fought forward for a good 2 yards.
They're going to hurry him get to the line. Indiana's trying to make a substitution here.
And they go big formation, one receiver out to the right, man in motion. Handoff to Nicolazzo up the middle. He gets stacked, but he fights his way into the end zone for a Knoch Knights touchdown. So Knoch answers Indiana very quickly. Well, there's a flag on the play. Is that what I'm hearing, Doug?
I don't know. I know the Knoch coach was out on the field talking to the referee real quick after that, so we'll see what happens.
Let's see. Looks like maybe some extracurriculars after the play. We have a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on Knoch.
It'll be taken on the kickoff, I'm sure.
Yeah, it'll be on the kickoff. You can see it on the Renda digital replay. There's some extracurricular going on in that pile and that scrum. Nicolazzo got up. I don't know if something was said or something was done, but anyway, a lot of things go on in those piles. Nevertheless, the touchdown is good.
Now they're coming over to talk to the Indiana coaches. Do you want to hear right now on the conversion, or do you want on the kickoff? And they said the kickoff.
Yeah, that makes sense, I think, to take it on the kickoff. So Knoch's going to bring their extra point team out.
Palazzo now has 3 touchdowns tonight.
Yep. Cannon Tremufa, I can't even pronounce his name.
No one's going to know.
Yeah, the snap, the hold, the kick is up. And that kick is good.
Jones to Truffamod. And the extra point is good.
So that makes the score 21 Knoch to 7.7 for Indiana. We'll be back with more action on this IRMC High School Sports Night after this.
Indiana's premier fitness.
What sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
They're painful sometimes. If you've been sidelined by an injury, ankle, elbow,
Football season, and before you know it, Mother Nature will say time to turn off the AC and crank up the furnace. Have you had your furnace checked lately? If not, call Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning in Indiana. They're this area's authorized Trane dealer. Anderson's can give your furnace a full checkup to make sure it's ready for fall and winter. Don't wait. The game clock is ticking down for cooler temps. Call Anderson's at 724-465-8923. Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning. PA license 677.
just marked off the unsportsmanlike penalty. So Knoch will be kicking off from the 25-yard line. They're kicking left to right as you listen on your radio or watch on Renda Digital TV. Indiana's got two returners back. It's Brocious and Porter. The score is 21-7. Knoch leads with 3:49 in the second quarter. Allwine tees it up and kick is away. And it's a squib kick. And it rolls to about the 20. Picked up by Brocious. He's out over the 35. And he faces resistance right about the 37-yard line.
Brocious brought down by Pinkerton and Nicolazzo.
It's still pretty good field position for Indiana. They have about a little over 3.5 minutes to go here. Let's see if their offense can put another drive together.
And Indiana has all 3 timeouts, Doug.
Yes, they do. And, Knox drive, 6 plays, 64 yards, a minute 48, where Indiana's previous drive was 12 plays, 74 yards for just under 5 minutes.
Yeah, Indiana has to answer here going into the second half because Knoch's going to get the second half kickoff. And that kickoff was brought to you by Grand Beginnings Children's Center. Smith back to pass. He looks out wide. He's got a wide open receiver. He makes a man miss, and that's James Mill. He zigged and zagged and looks like he picked up an Indiana first down. That's an In First Bank first down. In First Bank, check out In First Bank's rewards checking today at In First Bank. So Indiana's on the move now, 1st and 10. The ball sits right at the 48-yard line. Trevor Smith in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and he's got a sidecar to his left. Indiana looks to the sideline. Gets the play call from head coach Brad Wright. Smith with the snap. He's back to pass. He finds Evan Brocious wide open at over the 40, inside the 40, down to about the 38-yard line. So that's another In First Bank first down. Check out In First Bank. They're bank checking. In First Bank's rewards checking today. Indiana's got a good drive going here, Doug.
Yes, they do. And, we've mentioned, you talked about it earlier, too. Knoch has really taken Levi Porter out of this offense tonight, and they're just keying on him right now.
The clock rolls under 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Porter in motion. Smith back to pass. He's going to keep it. He gets tangled, and they're going to throw a face mask. That was number 54 for the Knoch Knights, that's Wyatt Foster, but he had the old grab us on the face maskus, Doug.
Well, that's going to be a 15-yarder, I believe.
You can see it on the Renda digital replay. He grabbed and tugged, and Smith still was able to get some good yardage on the run, but they're going to mark that off.
Face mask against the Knights.
So that's going to take Indiana all the way down to the 21-yard line. 3:02 on the clock. Indiana trails 21-7 to the Knoch Knights as they look to answer.
You just need to make sure you have ball security here, whether you're running or catching the ball. Hold on to it.
And that's an In First Bank first down. Check out In First Bank's rewards checking today. Smith, he's got 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Kowchuk in motion. Sidecar to his right, to his left. Back to pass, and we got a flag.
Procedure.
Indiana was moving.
Flag on the play.
I think they got Levi Porter there. I'm not sure.
So they'll take the ball back to the 26-yard line. 2:41 to play here. Indiana has all 3 timeouts.
I know that would have been. I heard the official turned around and said number 5, so it must have been Brocious on the procedure.
Okay. Indiana looks to the sidelines.
Still 2:20, so a lot of time for Indiana.
And this play clock's draining. Receivers to the right, to the left, snaps the ball. Smith rolls to his right. He's looking. He finds a wide open man. And that's good for about 5 yards. So that'll get the ball to Levi Porter for a gain of 5 yards. So that picks up the penalty yards. And he gets out of bounds. So that stops the clock at 2:09. And now Indiana is at the Citizens Ambulance Red Zone. Did you know Citizens has been providing our community with professional emergency services for 59 years? All right, so Smith comes out. Back to pass. Screen out to Kalchuk. He's got a block. He's down to the 5 to the 10. Touchdown! Anthony Kalchuk on the touchdown.
Check is complete.
They just ran a tunnel screen. You'll see it on the replay. Yep, Trevor has it. Gets it out on the screen to Anthony Kalchuk, and he just zigs and zags down the sideline. Tremendous effort, and that's an Indiana touchdown. So the Indiana Indians are able to answer.
They were able to do that in just a minute and 42 seconds.
Redinger on to attempt the extra point. The snap is good. The hold is down. That kick is up. And it is good. So your score with 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, Knoch 21, Indiana 14. We'll be back after this.
Life's challenges can sometimes...
Indiana's premier fitness facility, Sobek Fitness, is excited to be a sponsor of Little Indians Athletics and this year's football season. Sobek Fitness is Indiana's only open-floor gym. One step inside and you will realize this is no ordinary gym. Sobek has the largest selection of equipment to choose from, including plate-loaded machines and plate select machines. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or new to a gym, Sobek has the equipment for you. Call Sobek Fitness to join 724-801-8170 or check them out online at sobekfitness.com.
And welcome back inside the S&T broadcast booth for an IRMC high school sports night. Indiana just scored to cut the deficit. It's now 21-14 with 2 minutes to go. Grand Beginnings Children's Center. Get your children ready to shine at Grand Beginnings Children's Center. And Redinger with the kick, and it's a kick to about the 20-yard line. And it's caught there and met. Good tackle by Indiana right at the 30-yard line. So Knoch's going to have to go 70 yards. They have a minute 54 left on the clock. Knoch has 2 timeouts.
First and 10 for the night.
Indiana's drive that last time, 6 plays, 64 yards, a minute 42 off the clock. That 20-yard touchdown pass from Smith to Kalchuk.
And that was a big answer by the Little Indians there. So the ball rests just inside the 31-yard line of Knoch. They come out, their quarterback Cody Mullen. He's got 2 receivers out to his left and 2 to his right, a sidecar with him in the backfield to his right. Man in motion. And we've got a legal procedure on Knoch.
I believe that was on 54, the lineman for Knoch.
Yeah, and again, we've talked about that. These are the things that you don't want to have, these pre-snap penalties. That's going to back the ball up to the 26-yard line.
One thing Indiana has done well tonight is defensively is their D-backs have kept the ball in front of them and have not let Knoch go deep.
So Mullen has 3 receivers to his left. He's back to pass. He looks. He's looking to run it now. He steps up in the pocket, finds a receiver open. That's to Rudiger, and that brings the ball out to the 38-yard line. So that's a good pickup. That'll bring up a second and about 3, and they go hurry up. Mullen back to pass. He looks. He scans the field. He's looking to go long. He's got a man open. Incomplete. Good defense by Rocco Cosentino. Boy, that was a long throw across the field. We'll see it on the replay. Cosentino did a good job of defending this.
Yes, he did. And Rocco, that was close. I mean, if he had one more step inside, that could have been a pick 6.
Yeah, that was good coverage. So it's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Knights. The ball sits at their own 38-yard line. Mullen in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Back to pass. Mullen, he's looking to run. He takes the ball. He's over the 40, over the 45 to the 50, and he's drug out of bounds right at the 47-yard line, 48-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. And that's going to be an in-first bank first down for the Knoch Knights as this drive continues to move. Minute 13 left on the clock. The ball is resting right at the 48-yard line. Mullins shifts his sidecar to the left. Back to pass. He looks. He's looking to go downfield. Nothing doing. Good job by Ben Cochran. There was nothing of open downfield, and he tried to take it and run, and Ben Cochran brought him down. That clock's rolling. It's going to be a second down and about 7 as the ball sits right on the 45. Mullen back to pass. He swings it out here. Kowchuk misses. Good tackle by Tyler Reifendeifer right on the boundary. It's going to be good enough for an in-first bank first down. And Knox got something going now. The ball sits right at the 35-yard line. There's 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Mullen, he's back. He's got a sidecar to his left. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Ball is snapped and it goes beyond Mullen. He's looking to roll. Now he's got some room. It looks like he's going to get down to the 32-yard line. Boy,
Jeez, that was a play that, you could see possibly Indiana recovering that fumble, but Mullen picks it up and gets a gain out of it.
Yeah, he ends up picking up about 3 yards. So that takes the ball down to, where do they have it? At the 32-yard line. So that's a 3-yard gain. Boy, Mullen made a great play. 30 seconds to go in the half. Mullen back to pass. He looks downfield. He's got the rushes on him. And the ball's out. And it's scoop and score. Here we go. Indiana down to the 40. Down to the 30. Down to the 20. Oh! Indiana, what a tremendous job there. The ball is scooped up.
Tackle out of bounds.
Oh boy, that was a tailor-made hop in Indiana. That's Evan Brocious, and he gets all the way down to the 16-yard line. Indiana's got 17 seconds. They've got all 3 timeouts. Let's see if Indiana can do something here. 1st and 10 on the 16.
Great job. It looked like Evan was going to take it to the house, and I know his dad would tell you he never would have gotten caught from behind like that.
No, absolutely. Dave would have. He would have been in the end zone if not. Brandon Overdorf would have tackled him. Anyway, here we go. Trevor Smith. He's got 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, 1 running back to his right. Smith back to pass. He looks. He runs, and he's going to be brought down at the 16-yard line. Indiana's going to use their first timeout with 11 seconds to go. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout right here on WDAD 1450 and Renda Digital Media.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day.
Pediatric Care Center of Indiana and Marion Center are proud to support local student athletes. Each athlete has represented their schools and their communities to the best of their abilities. Doctors Rizwan and Amina Jabber and their entire team at both locations would like to wish both teams the best of luck in today's contest and in the future. The Pediatric Care Center, with 2 locations located in the 119 Professional Center in Indiana and the Mahoning Medical Center in Marion Center, recognized as the best pediatric care team in the Best of Indiana County contest.
Here in the second quarter, Indiana trails Knoch 21-14, but Indiana just recovered a fumble and Evan Brocious returned it to the 16-yard line. Second down, 10 to go, 11 seconds. Indiana has 2 timeouts. They line up. Trevor Smith in the shotgun. Griffin Pribish is his sidecar to his right. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Smith rolls right. He's looking, and he finds an incomplete off the hands of Kowchuk. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. There are 6 seconds to go in the half. So Indiana probably has enough time for 1 play. You'd like to see them take a shot at the end zone here, Doug, no?
Yeah, and you know what? You got the tall receivers between Mill and Kowchuk. Maybe just loft it up there and see if they can make a play. And I'll try to get Coach Wright here at the half.
Okay. So Indiana gets the play call from Coach Brad Wright. They come out. They're going to have 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield. Trevor Smith back at shotgun. He takes the snap. He looks. He lobs it into the end zone. Incomplete. And there's 1 second on the clock So Indiana's got time for one more play here, Doug, on 4th and 10.
I don't know. Where's that home clock? You think they'd get that extra tick off, you're the home team, but no, luckily Indiana they're going to go for a field goal right here.
Okay. This is going to be a Tristan Redinger field goal attempt. Let's see.
Should be about 33 yards, 34 yards.
Yeah, let's see where they're going to put this ball down. It looks like they're going to put it right at the 22, so it'll be a 32-yard field goal attempt for Tristan Redinger out of Trevor Smith's hold. Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is up. And he drilled it. And that's a field goal by Tristan Redinger from 32 yards out. Doug, you have Coach Wright.
Okay, I have Coach Wright with you. Coach, first half, a little slow start again, a couple interceptions, but you've come on strong here in the second quarter.
Yeah, we stole momentum. But again, we're shooting ourselves in the foot with the penalties and the turnovers. Again, if we can button that stuff up, I think we have a good shot in the second quarter. Got to get our run game going a little bit, though. Okay, right now we're not very balanced, so I'd like to see our linemen pick it up a little bit and get the run game going.
Okay, good luck in the second half.
Thank you, Doug.
There you have it, Pat. We'll take it back upstairs.
And that quick Crimson Wealth sideline report with Doug, Steve, and Coach Wright is brought to you by Crimson Wealth Management. Your score at the half, Indiana 17, Knoch 21, but they came back and they put some points on the board the last two drives to cut this lead to a 4-point game. We have much more to come here on the halftime show here from Knoch. This is Indiana high school football on a IRMC High School Sports Night, AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, Renda Digital TV, brought to you by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory. We'll be back after this.
In real estate, Nick Moore, head coach of the state runner-up Homer Center Lady Wildcats. When I'm not game prepping with the girls, I'm creating financial game plans at Walbeck Insurance. We take time to learn about your specific needs to create a game plan tailored just for you, whether it is auto, home, life, health, or business insurance. Come see me, Nick Moore, at Walbeck Insurance, where we offer more choices, more savings.
Call 724-479-9378 to let Coach Nick make a game plan for you.
Patrick. All right, we'll keep working on it.
It's important to know the rules of the game. When faced with illegal...
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So, there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
For new or used vehicle, 1 year of no charge maintenance.
So Andy Technology is a wonderful
estate. Whether you're buying or selling, Berkshire Hathaway is here to help you. Hi, I'm Tom Moreau from Berkshire Hathaway. Our experienced agents are here to help you.
Hi, this is Bonnie Houck of Berkshire Hathaway. Are you in need of selling your home in this challenging market? For all your real estate needs, along with 25 years of honesty and integrity, please call me at 724-422-1960.
The face of integrity, passion, and experience, Berkshire Hathaway, 200 South 7th Street, or visit us online at thepreferredrealty.com.
We're just a short walk from campus and carry vaccines, vitamins, first aid, and cold and flu products.
Hello, this is attorney Patrick Doherty. In sports, teamwork is important. That's why I'm pleased to announce the addition of attorney Amy Doherty to my team. Whether it's criminal law, divorce, child custody, child support, wills and estates, or buying and selling a home, our team is here for you. Visit us at 737 Water Street in downtown Indiana to discuss how our team can work for you. Good luck this season from the Law Office of Patrick Doherty. And we're back here in...
Introducing the new Colonial Advantage at Colonial Auto Group. Our complimentary program with every new and used vehicle. 1 year of no charge maintenance, meaning you can enjoy your new vehicle and let us take care of the rest. Plus a lifetime warranty. That's a $2,500 value. The Colonial Advantage program is our way of giving you peace of mind with every Colonial vehicle purchase. Colonial Auto Group, home of the Colonial Advantage. Visit shopcolonialcars.com.
Run by Tony Nicolazzo to take a 7-0 lead. Then Indiana turned the ball over, gave Knoch a short field, gave the ball to Knoch on the 19-yard line. And Knoch was able to move the ball in just 4 plays, and it was another Nicolazzo 1-yard touchdown run. Indiana was able to get on the board after a 13-play, 74-yard drive with an 8-yard Trevor Smith run for a touchdown, and that was made the score 14-7. Knoch then got the ball back and answered with their own drive. At the 5:37 mark, they got the ball back, drove the ball 6 plays, 64 yards to take a 21-7 lead. Then Indiana got the ball back. They had their own 6-play, 64-yard drive and scored a 21-yard pass from Smith to Kowchuk to cut the lead to 21-14. Then Knoch had the ball. They were driving the ball. Then a strip and a fumble. Evan Brocious picked the ball up, took it all the way back to the 16-yard line. With just no time left on the clock, Tristan Redinger, 1 second, kicked a 32-yard field goal, and that's where we're at, 21-17. It's been an up and down first half. Indiana's defense has played well in spurts, but they have to get an answer for Tony Nicolazzo and the running attack. The other thing that's hurt Indiana is Cody Mullen. He's been able to use his legs. I think the Indiana secondary has done a very good job so far of bottling up the passing game of the Knoch Knights. They've not allowed anything deep down the field, but Mullen has been able to use his legs to pick up first downs as needed. So, we talked about it early in the keys to the game. Turnovers and penalties. Well, turnovers have played a big factor. Indiana turned the ball over, gave Knoch a short field. Then Knoch turned the ball over, and Indiana got a short field and was able to convert and kick a field goal. So that's our score. We will be back with more of the Indiana Total Therapy halftime show after this.
Hi, it's Brian from SeaWorld Satellites.
All right, run that whole break,
local
Garrett.
Retailer. Upgrade to Dish from Direct.
At Diamond Medical Supply, we're always on your team. No matter your sport, you can count on our support. With braces, bandages, BioFreeze, and so much more, all to keep you in the game. We're a winning care solution, no matter what you play. Diamond Medical Supply, keeping you healthy this season because we care about care.
Funeral Home is proud to be back presenting Indiana video broadcasts. The team at Bowser Minnick.
It's Brian from SeaWorld Satellites, your Dish Premier local retailer. Upgrade to Dish from DirecTV and get a $300 prepaid MasterCard. Just mention offer code DTV2DISH. Come in or call us today at 724-463-3200, extension 122 to learn more and make the switch to Dish. That's 724-463-3200, extension 122.
Offer ends 11/13/23. Eligibility requirements and restrictions apply. Call for full details.
Doctors Rizwan and Amina Jabber and their entire team at both locations would like to wish.
It's a new season of high school sports in Indiana, and Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is proud to be back presenting Indiana video broadcasts. The team at Bowser Minnick feels overwhelming support from the community and has enjoyed watching and celebrating the accomplishments of the young student athletes, along with all the families and viewers. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is committed to community involvement and cherishing the special moments that sports create in our children's lives. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
Bank Rewards checking gives mommy and daddy peace of mind.
What does peace of mind mean?
Peace of
Happiness is Friday Night Lights. Happiness is also when InFirst Rewards Checking gives customers money back when they use their card on all those fantastic things in life, such as getting ice cream, family vacations, going to sporting events, and trips to the amusement park. But do you know what truly makes InFirst happy? It's seeing Indiana student athletes shine in the community. Good luck, Indiana High, from the team at InFirst Bank. InFirst Bank, member FDIC.
InFirst Bank, here for you since 1922.
But do you know what truly makes me the happiest?
What, Mom?
Doing all these things with you.
InFirst Bank, member FDIC.
InFirst Bank, here for you since 1922.
The
ITT Halftime Show continues with a look at the first half stats. Indiana Total Therapy, world-class rehabilitation with 3 locations in Indiana County.
And we're back here in Saxonburg. The Indiana High Band just finished up their halftime performance. And the score is Knoch 21, Indiana 17 here at halftime. We want to remind you and thank our sponsors at IRMC for presenting the IRMC High School Sports Night. We also want to thank Crimson Wealth Management for their sideline reports. And our video is presented, as always, by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory. You can pick us up live on video if you're just listening. Get on the World Wide Web, go to wdadradio.com, and you can find the live stream of this game brought to you, as all games are, on Renda Digital TV. And we thank Bowser Minnick for their sponsorship. We also want to thank Grand Beginnings Children's Center. They are our sponsors they're donating to every point scored this year to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive. So tonight, Knox put 21 up. Indiana's put 17 up. My simple math, that's 38 points. And we want to thank Grand Beginnings for their sponsorship of the Teddy Bear Fund Drive. Our first downs tonight have been brought to you by InFirst Bank. Check out InFirst Bank's rewards checking today. And our quick stats have been brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. So the halftime quick stats. Trevor Smith started off slow. He had 2 interceptions, but he came on late. He had a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown. And then Tristan Redinger with the big 32-yard field goal. As we've said, the sun has set. It's a beautiful night. It's starting to feel a little bit like fall. Some guys have long sleeve shirts on up here. And the Knoch band is in pants. Andy Hart, our video producer, or director, I should say, he's got long sleeves. He's got pants. He's dressed. It's almost like winter for him. His cameraman Peyton just put on his hooded sweatshirt, and I'm sure Doug Steve down on the sideline probably has a full winter coat on with scarf and gloves. But,
fur coat.
Yeah, exactly, because we know, Doug, you're just a little bit softer than the rest.
I don't have as much baggage as you, Doc.
Oh, wow. I walked right into that one. So, Doug, what are your observations from the sideline here at halftime?
Well, I think Indiana does have some momentum now. It took them a slow start there the first quarter into the second quarter, but, I was putting down the scoring plays. Knoch has that score in the first quarter, the first touchdown, and there were 5 scoring drives in the second quarter. So things picked up a lot in the second quarter. I think you're going to see, being a warmer evening now, it's cooling down. But, these guys, for both teams, are going to be a little more tired here in the second half. I think you're going to see a lot more points on both sides of the ball. Hopefully, Indiana can at least get 5 more points than Knoch has this second half.
Yeah, let's hope so. And, it felt like Indiana's offense, they just settled down a little bit. They were able to get into the rhythm, able to make some plays. The turnovers hurt them early, the 2 interceptions, especially giving Knoch the ball on the 19-yard line. You never want to do that. That's a recipe for disaster. And, again, these are things that they'll talk about and they'll work on and hopefully make the halftime adjustments that are necessary to come out here in the second half and take care of business. But what a fabulous night there, Doug, huh?
Oh, you can't be, they talk about, maybe it's cold in the wintertime, but, Western Pennsylvania high school football in the fall, there's nothing better than it.
I'll tell you, you're absolutely right. As the Knoch band is entertaining the fans, and Indiana has they traveled a nice contingent of people here tonight, in the Indiana band and the cheerleaders. So I got to give the Indiana cheerleaders a plug. My niece Laura, she's their new cheerleading coach, so she's trying to get the cheerleading program under control over there, but they do a great job. So we want to thank her and the band director, Jason O'Lear, for the halftime entertainment.
Yeah.
So with that, let's take another break. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on AM 1450 WDAD. We'll come back. Indiana trails Knoch 21-17 after this.
In real estate, whether you're
And a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck and a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes. At Crimson Wealth Management Group, we
State. Whether you're buying or selling, Berkshire Hathaway is here to help you. Hi, I'm Tom Moreau from Berkshire Hathaway. Our experienced agents are here to help you.
Hi, Kathy Steffi here to kick off with Berkshire Hathaway. If you're ready to get your game on to buy or sell a home, my negotiating offense will score you a winning touchdown.
The face of integrity, passion, and experience, Berkshire Hathaway, 200 South 7th Street, or visit us online at thepreferredrealty.com.
Your life. Spending time together as a family.
It's where I go to learn.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Miss the biggest floor sample sale Dowd's Furniture has had in years. We're cleaning out all the shelves and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory available for immediate delivery. Sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all available now. Hurry in and don't miss out at Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
Happiness is Friday Night Lights. Happiness is also when InFirst Rewards Checking gives customers money back when they use their card on all those fantastic things in life, such as getting ice cream, family vacations, going to sporting events, and trips to the amusement park. But do you know what truly makes InFirst happy? It's seeing Indiana student athletes shine in the community. Good luck, Indiana High, from the team at InFirst Bank. InFirst Bank, member FDIC.
InFirst Bank, here for you since 1922.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks in office, you receive them as your family member.
Teams traded possessions, but the second half, the scoring took off. 38 total points scored in that second quarter. Knoch has 21, Indiana has 17. That last drive by Indiana was fueled by a turnover, forced fumble, and Evan Brosh has picked the ball up and returned it all the way back to the 16-yard line. So that's where the scoring stands after the Redinger 32-yard field goal. Doug, what do you think the biggest adjustments Indiana has to make coming out of halftime?
Well, I think they have to stop that little inside running game that Knoch has done so well there in the second quarter. I think they've done a great job on the passing game, keeping everything underneath them. But don't be surprised to see Knoch come out here in the third quarter to start throwing the ball downfield. But I think the first thing is Indiana's going to have to stop their running game, which we didn't think would be that much of a factor tonight, but it is.
Yeah, it really has been. They've done a good job of just controlling that line of scrimmage, and Tony Nicolazzo's been able to, kind of get some short runs and kind of crease Indiana, especially down near the goal line.
Yeah. And I think Knoch's doing a great job because, you know what, they see that Indiana's out to stop the passing. It's always the first drive of the second half, whether you're on offense or defense, can dictate the rest of the game. But I think you're going to see a lot more points, like I said earlier, in the second half.
Yeah, a lot of guys on both teams play both ways, so they get worn down a little bit. I'd like to see Indiana go and try to get the ball more to Levi Porter. I know that Knoch's been keying on him, and that's opened some things up for Kowchuk and some things for Mill there in the passing game. But I'd really like to, he's electric. Yeah. And when he can get going, but he's got to get the ball in his hands. And, Indiana has to try to establish that running game in order to set up that pass game.
No, that's exactly right. And even giving a little flare pass to Levi, get him out in the open in space where he can make things happen, because he is one of the playmakers that Indiana needs to have the ball to. So we'll see what they start out here in the second half when they get the ball in their first possession.
All right, that's a IRMC high school sports night. That halftime has been brought to you by Indiana Total Therapy. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll bring it back. You're listening to WDAD 1450 AM and 100.3, and you're also watching Renda Digital TV, brought to you by the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory.
Let's go Knights!
Sports are fun. They're exciting.
Hey, Garrett, let's go.
Introducing the new Colonial Advantage at Colonial Auto Group. Our complimentary program with every new and used vehicle. 1 year of no-charge maintenance, meaning you can enjoy your new vehicle and let us take care of the rest. Plus, a lifetime warranty. That's a $2,500 value. The Colonial Advantage program is our way of giving you peace of mind with every Colonial vehicle purchase. Colonial Auto Group, home of the Colonial Advantage. Visit shopcolonialcars.com. Advantage at Colonial Auto Group, our complimentary program with every new or used vehicle.
This is Tony Satil, candidate for Magisterial District Judge in Indiana. In football and in all sports, coaches love experienced players in the lineup. It's what sets winners apart. With nearly 33 years as a practicing attorney and the last 3 years as a prosecutor, I have that type of experience. I've also been dedicated to serving our community and our young people for many years. I have the experience our next district judge needs, and I ask for your vote.
Years as we have worked together for positive change in Indiana County for our family.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. To one roof, one stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad.
It's Brian from SeaWorld Satellites, your Dish Premier local retailer. Upgrade to Dish from DirecTV and get a $300 prepaid MasterCard. Just mention offer code DTV2DISH. Come in or call us today at 724-463-3200, extension 122 to learn more and make the switch to Dish. That's 724-463-3200, extension 122.
Offer ends 11/13/23. Eligibility requirements and restrictions apply. Call for full details.
To ensure you know the rules of the game. Good luck this season from the law office of Patrick Doherty.
Hello, this is attorney Patrick Doherty. In sports, teamwork is important. That's why I'm pleased to announce the addition of attorney Amy Doherty to my team. Whether it's criminal law, divorce, child custody, child support, wills and estates, or buying and selling a home, our team is here for you. Visit us at 737 Water Street in downtown Indiana to discuss how our team can work for you. Good luck this season from the law office of Patrick Doherty. They're donating for every point scored in the high school football season. So tonight there's 38 points on the board here at halftime. So we want to thank Grand Beginnings for their sponsorship of the Teddy Bear Fund Drive. So as the teams stretch, and it has gotten a little cooler here as we move along, which is good for our electronic equipment. Usually early in the season it might get overheated, but we want to thank Garrett Clark, our producer back at the station, for all the work he's doing to keep us on the air. And we believe that we have the technical glitch with Doug Steve fixed. So hopefully you can hear Doug Steve's words of wisdom as we move along in this broadcast here tonight.
Hey, I got my stretch in, Doc.
Well, that's good, Doug. We're up here in the S&T broadcast booth that we're in tonight is up on the roof here at the press box here at Knoch Knight Stadium. And, I don't have a complaint. We have all the room we need. Josh Shoup, the athletic director, was able to get us some tables, and the Knoch IT department was phenomenal, helping get us on the air tonight. So we're able to bring you all the action live here from Saxonburg.
Hey, Doc, the reason why Josh put you up there, he told me, is the last time he saw you, Plum, Indiana basketball game, you went and shook his hand or patted him on the back, and you had mustard all over your hand, and he said he had to go buy a new shirt.
Yeah, I noticed he wouldn't even get within a 5-foot radius of me tonight, but, Josh is a good friend of ours from back in the IUP days, and we appreciate everything he's done for us here tonight. So Tristan Redinger will tee it up. He's the senior kicker for the Indians. And let's see, who do they have back deep? Knoch. It looks like Jackson Bauman. And is that Cody Mullen? Redinger with the kick. And it's short. And it's going to be fielded at the 15. Out over the 20 to the 25. Still going out to the 40-yard line.
With the return to the 40, near the 40-yard line.
That was number 7 on that return.
Constantino with the tackle for the Indians.
That's in 10. At the 41-yard line, your score is Knoch 21, Indiana 17. 11:54 to go in the third quarter. So Knoch comes out. They have 3 receivers in a tight bunch. Mullen in the backfield with Nicolazzo. And the handoff up the middle. There goes Nicolazzo. He's got running room. He's out over the 45 to the 40. And he's wrestled down at the 40-yard line. And that's good enough for an in-first bank first down. Doug, we talked about it. They got to figure out a way to stop Nicolazzo.
Yes, they do. And that's just the same play over and over again up the middle.
So now, Knoch is on their side of the field. They've got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Sidecar in the backfield. Mullen takes the snap, hands the ball off to Nicolazzo. He's got room to run. He breaks the tackle. He's out over the 25 into the 22-yard line. Trevor Smith on the tackle. That's another in-first bank first down. Check out in-first bank.
Would like to welcome our exchange students.
Check out their in-first bank rewards checking today. Knoch is on the move. They're knocking on the door of the Citizens Ambulance Red Zone.
Show them how we support our Knoch Knights.
So Mullen in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, a sidecar to the left. Handoff. There goes Nicolazzo around the end, and he's bottled up. That was a good play there. Anthony Kowchuk comes up from his outside linebacker position.
Indiana's doing a good job on the outside with the run. It's that inside run that's causing them problems defensively.
Second down for the Knights.
All right, and we have some technical difficulty. We're going to see if we can get back going.
Mullen's pass to Bauman is complete.
Mullen completes the ball to Bauman. That ball will put him at the 8-yard line.
That's another Knoch Knights first down.
So we apologize. We do have some technical difficulties on the radio side. We are still with you, I believe, on the video side. We're working to get that. So Mullen up the middle. He gets the ball down to about the 7-yard line.
With the keeper. Tackled by
Knoch just marching right down the field here in their opening drive here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and that's, what we didn't want to see as far as Indiana, and they've been doing it running the football, Doug.
Yes, they have. The passing attack has not been that great tonight for Knoch like it was last week.
And they run the ball, and that's again up the middle, but Nicolazzo gets stuffed. Good job by Isaac Nygren to just knife in and make the tackle on Nicolazzo.
Loss of 2 on the play, 3rd down.
That's going to bring up a big 3rd down here, Doug.
Yes, and Indiana needs to, at least be aware with the quarterback. That he's had some success on the quarterback draw as well.
All right, so Mullen is in the gun. And we are back, and Mullen scrambles. He's looking. Nothing but time. He's got the ball, lost it up, incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Mullen's pass falls out of bounds.
So I hope we're back on the radio side. It seems to be. So we are 21-17, 4th down and 9, and it looks like Knoch is going to bring on the field goal team to attempt a field goal. Indiana's running a guy on, now running him back off. So let's see.
26-yarder.
Yeah, they're going to set this ball down right at the 16-yard line. Snap is low, scooped, kick is up.
Jakovac
and it's good.
Jones to Truffamont. And the
Truffamont with the 26-yard field goal. So that makes the score Knoch 24, Indiana 17 with 8:43 to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back on AM 1450, 100.3 and Renda Digital TV, brought to you by the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home.
Milk every moment.
Jim Struzzi. 3rd quarter action is presented by Friends of Shireen Hess. 3 elect Hess for Indiana County Commissioner.
And we're back here at Saxonburg, Knoch High School. Knoch just kicked a field goal to take a 24-17 lead with 8:43 in the 3rd quarter. Nathan Allwine is lined up to kick the ball off. This is a Grand Beginnings kickoff. That ball is kicked deep. And it is fielded at the 3-yard line by Levi Porter. He's out over the 25 to the 30, out to the 40, out to the 50. Levi Porter is going to take this ball to the house. 10, 5, and he goes all the way for a 97-yard kickoff return.
There's a flag way back here at the 22-yard line, 21-yard line.
Oh, no. What a shame that is, because that ball, that was on the other side. That return is coming back. Oh, man. What a tremendous return. Let's look at this. Nope, we don't have it on the replay. Boy, what a shame. Levi Porter took it to the house. 97 yards, Doug.
Yeah, and I just said that Levi is a playmaker. We need to get his hands on the ball, and they were able to on that kickoff. And I didn't see that, but I wasn't looking where the flag was. So, but as soon as they crossed the end zone, I could hear a whistle back here, and I knew that wasn't good.
No, and the shame is where the flag was thrown. That probably really didn't have an impact on the play because he went to the other side.
Yeah,
it was on the opposite side of where he is. But the referees are going to march this thing back. And that's going to take the ball all the way back to the 11-yard line. So Indiana goes from feeling ecstatic on an electric play to now being in the shadow of the Knoch end zone. So neither here nor there. They're going to set up. Trevor Smith is your quarterback. He's got three receivers in a tight bunch to his right. One receiver is James Mill out to his left. Porter in the backfield. Smith under center. He hands the ball off. There goes Porter. Whoa, he took a shot. He got the ball out to about the 14-yard line, but he took a shot at the end of that run.
And that's tough for Levi, just running 96 yards, getting called back and having that first play a running play to him.
And there's a replay, and you can see him take the shot at the end. Indiana went under center there, Doug. We don't see too much of that. Trevor Smith under center, but now he's back in the gun. He's got man in motion. Fakes the ball. Smith runs the ball. He's out over the 15, out to about the 17-yard line. So that's going to bring up a third down.
Tackle made by Allwine.
Allwine on the tackle. That's going to bring up a third and about 3, long 3, short 4. Ball sits right at the 17-yard line. The clock is running, 7:30, 24-17. Here in the third quarter, Knoch leads. Smith in the gun. He's got a sidecar, which is Pribish. He's got 2 receivers to his left. Man in motion is Porter. Smith back to pass. He's looking on the wheel route, trying to get the ball to Pribish down the field, and he just overshot him. They were trying to go with the running back wheel route, trying to get that ball to Griffin Pribish, but he just overshot him. He had him. He was open, but Indiana's going to have to punt.
Yeah, and that's twice, once early in the game that I believe Trevor did the same thing. He couldn't get that little pass on the run out to Pribish, and it happened again here in the third quarter.
So, unfortunately, Indiana's going to have to punt this ball away with 7:06 here in the third quarter. Kowchuk back to punt.
Bauman and Mullen.
Snap is good. Kowchuk, it's a short punt. It's going to be a short punt, and that ball rolls, and it only gets to the 20-yard line.
Bounce on the punt.
Oh, man, that ball hit and bounced back. So it's going to be first and 10 for Knoch at the 20-yard line. Unfortunate. It was only a 3-yard punt. So Indiana's really digging themselves in a hole here. They have to get a stop. They cannot let this lead balloon on them against this Knoch Knights team.
Not only was the punt short, but it went back. Once it hit, it went back 5 yards towards the Knoch end zone.
Yeah. All right, so Cody Mullen, he brings his Knoch Knights out. They line up in a tight trips formation to the right. Mullen in the shotgun, Nicolazzo on the sidecar to the right. Mullen rolls to the right. He looks. He fires, and that's incomplete. Good coverage on the play by Rocco Cosentino for Indiana.
Mullen's pass.
Yes, it was, and Indiana got some good pressure. Also, a couple Indiana defenders pressure on the quarterback, Mullen.
That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Ball sits on the 20-yard line. That will put them in the Citizens Ambulance red zone. Did you know Citizens Ambulance has been providing our community with professional emergency medical services for 59 years? Mullen in the shotgun, tight formation, trips. He looks, hands-on ball off to Nicolazzo. He bounces to the right, to the left, and he gets inside the 10 all the way down to the 8-yard line. That will be good for an in-first bank first down.
Down by Brocious at the 8-yard line.
They've had tremendous success
first down,
running that ball with Nicolazzo. I don't know why they go away from it, Doug.
No, they had some great blocking as well from the receivers on that play.
And so, Knoch runs a guy in and runs a guy out. They have the ball on the 8-yard line. They have the H back in. Mullen in the gun. Hands the ball off to Nicolazzo. He's wrapped up. Mullen keeps it. He breaks a tackle. He sheds another tackle. He's in the end zone for the touchdown. So that's an 8-yard touchdown run for Cody Mullen. He was able to shake a couple tackles. He faked the ball to Nicolazzo and then was able to shake a couple tackles. We see it on the Renda digital replay here.
Indiana players down right here. The trainers are out. It looks like cramp.
Yeah, that looked like it was a design pass. Mullen faked, and then he just ran right through 2 tackles on that replay. We have a player down. Let's take a quick break here. You're listening to AM 1450 WDAD and 100.3 FM and Renda Digital TV, brought to you by the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home. We'll be back after this.
Hello, this is...
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory in Indiana understands the importance of those qualities and is proud to be a presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. The team at Beyond the Sunset can guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a beloved pet. When you need help with this celebration, you can find them online at beyondthesunsetpets.com, helping families and friends honor their love.
The third quarter is presented by Friends of Shireen Hess. Re-elect Hess for Indiana County Commissioner.
Okay, we're back here in Saxonburg as the Knoch Knights look to line up the extra point. The score is Knoch 30, Indiana 17, pending this extra point. There's the snap. Ball's down, kick is up, and it's off the upright. That kick is no good.
Jackovac
That
to Jones to Treffamunk off the goalpost.
Treffamunk with the extra point is no good. That Knoch scoring drive was 3 plays, 20 yards. That was an 8-yard touchdown run by Cody Mullen. So your score, 30-17 at the 6:13 mark. We're going to leave it right here. So, Doug, Indiana has to get something going on offense here now.
Yes, they do. And, I mean, as Coach said, and we've talked about it too, they have to get the running game established, and especially getting Levi Porter out in some space so he can make some plays. But you know what? Now with Indiana, you just have to get a good kickoff return, get some good field position, and get the offense working.
Yeah, it really was an unfortunate turn of events there. You know, you had the 97-yard kickoff return by Levi get called back on a hold. Then the punt only goes 3 yards and gives Knoch a short field. You know, you look at Knoch's drives tonight, they've been short fields.
Yep, exactly right. And that's, I mean, Indiana has to overcome those things. And Indiana's had their long drive. They had a short drive right before the half on the field goal. But we'll see right now if Levi can do it again on the kickoff without any penalties. He's back deep. I think that's Brocious with him back there.
And you had said the injured player looked to be Isaac Nygren.
Yeah, it looks like cramps.
So let's hope that Isaac can get hydrated and get back in there. He's a pivotal player on this Indiana unit, both sides of the ball. Allwine set to kick it off on the Grand Beginnings kickoff. And that kick goes deep. Porter gets it at the 5. He's out over the 10, 15 to the 20. Out to the 25, he gets bottled up, he turns his legs, and he's out over the 32-yard line. So a good return by Levi. That's going to give Indiana a 1st and 10.
33-yard line.
At the, where are they setting that, Doug? Right at the 33-yard line. And that was a Grand Beginnings kickoff. Get your children ready to shine at Grand Beginnings Children's Center. We want to thank them for donating. They donate to every point scored during a high school football season to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive. 47 points tonight in this game. Indiana comes out. They've got Smith in the shotgun. 2 receivers, hand off to Porter. Porter's out over the 30 to the 35. He gets the corner. Out to the 40. He's run out of bounds right at about the 44-yard line.
With the carry forced out.
So that's good for an in First Bank first down. In First Bank. Check out In First Bank's rewards checking today. Indiana moves the sticks.
Let's hope that missed extra point comes back to haunt Knoch.
Absolutely. It's when you give away points, it's hard to get them back. So Smith in the shotgun. He's back. He looks outside. He's got Brocious. Brocious evades one tackler, makes a guy miss. He gets out to a 45. So it's about a 2-yard gain for Evan Brocious.
Brought down by Spencer and Foster.
That'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Ball be sitting right at the 45-yard line. We are in the third quarter. Knoch leads Indiana 30-17, 5:35 left in the third quarter. And we want to thank the Friends of Shireen Hess for supporting our third quarter of Indiana high school football. So Indiana comes out. They've got they have a tight trips formation to the right. Smith under center. He hands the ball off to Porter. He runs behind and he spins, and then he gets wrapped up by Cody Mullen and driven back. That's going to be probably a loss of a yard. Good job by Cody Mullen. What they were trying to do, as you see on this replay, Indiana was in a tight bunch formation. Smith went under center again and just tried to run behind that tight bunch, but Knoch was not buying it. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9. And the ball is sitting right at the 44-yard line.
That's where their receivers needed to do a much better job blocking on that last play.
Smith in the shotgun. He's got 2 to the left, 1 to the right. He's back to pass. He looks out here. He's got Kowchuk on the crossing route, and he gets hit right at the 50-yard line. He's going to be short of a first down. The ball will be right around the 49-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th and a long 3.
4th down for the Indians.
Yeah, they've drawn Knoch offside one time already tonight. Wonder if they can get it a second time.
Yeah, I think, you try to. Last year they did that with regularity. They were able to draw teams offsides. We've only seen it a couple times here this year. But Indiana brings in their big package. Trevor Smith under center. He fakes, he rolls. He gets outside the edge. He's got the edge if he wants it. He gets there, and it's going to be an Indiana first down. Brought to you by InFirst Bank. Call InFirst Bank for all your banking needs. That's another InFirst Bank first down. Check out InFirst Bank rewards checking today. Well, that was just a quarterback sweep.
Yeah, that was just a design quarterback sweep, and they got the bunch on the left side there, a couple of their bigger guys, receivers, and they just ran the other way.
So Indiana picks up a 1st and 10. Ball's at the 42-yard line. Your clock is running, 3:41. Knoch leads 30-17 here in the third quarter. Smith hands off to Porter. Porter with the edge. He got about 4 yards, and then there's a little extracurricular on the edge. He went down, but no flags. Let's see where they mark this.
Second down.
It's going to be 2nd down. That looks like it was about a gain of 5.
Yep, 5 yards. I think these officials have done a nice job tonight. Players talk. It's high school football, but they've really done a nice job of making sure they get in between players and just tell them to get back to their side of the ball and go from there.
So Indiana comes out. They've got trips receivers to Trevor Smith's left. He's in the shotgun with a sidecar. He's back to pass. He looks. He rolls left. He's looking. He sets his feet. Finds Kowchuk wide open at the 28-yard line. Good job by Trevor Smith to just kind of buy time, let Kowchuk come free, and he hit him. You can see it on the replay on Renda Digital TV. Trevor just rolls out here, points to Anthony where he wants him, sets his feet, and fires the ball right on target.
Credit the offensive lineman. Those type of plays are where you get downfield illegally. They stayed in their 1 yard radius right there to be okay.
Yes, and they marked that ball at the 29-yard line. That's an InFirst Bank first down. Smith in the shotgun. He's got Porter to his right. Smith hands off to Porter. Porter with a run. He lowers the shoulder. He gained about 2 yards.
Porter with the carry, brought down by Shaw.
Shaw on the tackle for the Knights. So that's going to bring up about a 2nd and 8. The ball is just resting on the 27-yard line. Clock is running, 2:40 in the third quarter. Knoch leads 30-17. Smith back to pass. He looks. Pressure coming up the middle, and they got him.
Smith is brought down by Foster.
So Knoch brought the blitz, and that was Wyatt Foster on the blitz who was able to bring Trevor Smith down, and that knocks Indiana back to the 32-yard line. So it's going to be a 3rd and 12 for the Indians.
Now, right here, Indiana has to get something manageable. So even if they're going to go for it on 4th down, try to get it in that 4th and 2 if they can, or within those 2, 3, 4 yards.
Yeah, you have to pick up some yardage here. Smith back to pass. He looks. He's got plenty of time. He drifts to his right. He now fires. He got a man wide open. Complete.
The players jumped right in front of me.
They're going to rule out a complete pass. Indiana's got the ball at the 8-yard line.
Tell you what, that's a great play by Brocious, Evan Brocious. It looked like that's who it was, but I did not think he was going to stay in bounds. Great job keeping his feet in.
Yeah, that was a great catch by Evan Brocious. Indiana is now in the Citizens Ambulance red zone. Citizens Ambulance has been serving our community for 59 years. Community support makes it work. Smith back to pass. Quarterback draw. Up the middle. 5. Down to the 1-yard line. Good quarterback draw by Trevor Smith. So it's going to bring up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line. Indiana's moving. They marked it at the 2. So it's 2nd and goal at the 2. Pribish in the backfield. Smith's got 2 receivers right. He looks to throw. He gets the ball off. Touchdown, Indiana. Touchdown, Indiana. That ball was completed to Levi Porter, and he just stuck the ball out over the line of scrimmage for the touchdown. His body never got in the end zone, Doug, but the ball did, and that's all that matters.
No, that's exactly right. He got the ball across the plane in the end zone for 6.
So that's a 2-yard touchdown pass. Smith to Porter, as you see on the replay. That's the run that got Indiana down to the 1-yard line. Runninger is now on to kick the extra point. Out of the hold of Trevor Smith. The snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up. And that kick is good. So with 1 minute and 11 seconds to go in the third quarter, your score, Knoch 30, Indiana 24. Stay tuned for more exciting Indiana football as we are here on AM 1450, WDAD 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV, brought to you by our friends at the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home. We'll be back after this.
Athletic.
Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, drive off in a new F-Series truck, Ford Ranger, Ford Maverick, or the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Check out the Ford Bronco, Bronco Sport, Eco Sport, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, Edge, and Mustang Mach-E. And always look at the exciting Ford Mustang. Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg. LutherFord.com.
Classic Hits 1450
WDAD. And we're back here at Knoch High School in Saxonburg, Pennsylvania. Knoch leads Indiana 30-24. Indiana just had a very impressive 12-play, 67-yard drive. The capper was Smith to 2-yard pass to Levi Porter, Runninger out at the extra point. And here we are with your Grand Beginnings Child Care Center kickoff. Get your children ready to shine at Grand Beginnings Children's Center. The ball's whistled into play. Runninger tees the ball, and it's a pooch kick. And it just goes and rolls, and they're going to cover it at the 28-yard line. So Knoch will take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Doug, how's the emotion on the sideline right now?
You know, again, momentum. Indiana feels very confident right now. They've withstood Knoch's couple touchdowns after they've gotten two touchdown leads. They've come back. Hey, 6 points. There's only a minute, 1:09 left in the third quarter. Defensively, again, we have to stop that running play that's been causing them trouble from Nicoloso.
Yeah, they really... Knoch has really just kind of said, okay, you can't stop Nicoloso. We're going to keep feeding him the ball. But sooner or later, you imagine Mullen's going to want to take a shot. So Knoch comes out. Mullen is in the gun. He's got Nicoloso to his right. 2 receivers. Boy, it looks like they jump every time. Pass, back to pass. That ball is caught. They threw the long field out. Mullins' pass was complete to number 4.
Forced out of bounds by Constantino.
And Rocco Cosentino with the tackle. That's Caden Spencer. And that'll be a Knoch Knight first down, brought to you by InFirst Bank. Knoch gets up on the ball. Mullen in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. They have an H-back, and his sidecar is Tony Nicolazzo, the running back. Nicolazzo shifts over to Mullins' left. Shotgun snap. H-back in motion. Hand off to Nicolazzo. He's trying to get the edge. He's got the sweep, but nothing there. Indiana did a good job of setting the edge. Carson Beatty and gang on that side did a good job of setting the edge. So that's going to bring up a second down in maybe 8. It was a gain of 2.
And the clock's running under 40 seconds now left in the third quarter.
And Mullen, he's in the shotgun. H-back goes in motion. Mullen looks to pass. He gets the ball out. Wrap tackle. Jackson Bauman, he's on the move. Missed tackle. Trevor Smith ended up making the tackle, but that's going to be another Knoch first down, brought to you by InFirst Bank. So Knoch is now on the move. Indiana maybe he's getting a little winded, a little tired. These guys are playing both ways. The ball sits right at the Knoch 41-yard line as they're moving.
Knoch looks like they're going to try to get. No, I don't think they're going to get another play off. The quarterback just called the receivers out as the clock's winding down here in the third quarter.
So that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on WDAD 1450, FM 100.3, and Renda Digital TV, brought to you from beyond. Brought to you by Bowser Minnick and Beyond the Sunset Pret Crematory. We'll be back with more action as we enter the fourth quarter after this.
Since 1922, families in the Blair.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
The fourth quarter of today's game is brought to you by The Locker Room at Diamond Medical Supply on Oakland Avenue in Indiana. Official supplier for sports teams' medical supplies.
And we're back here at Knoch High School, Saxonburg, Pennsylvania. It is the beginning of the fourth quarter. Knoch leads Indiana 30-24 as we begin the fourth quarter. Knoch is on a drive that began back on their 28-yard line. Indiana's trying to get a stop. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 41-yard line. So can Indiana come up with a stop here, Doug?
Well, this is where, it's fourth quarter. This is what you do all that conditioning for in the summertime and into the fall. It is kind of chilly out here now, but, I just noticed Isaac Nygren is still stretching out here. He cramped up earlier, and he was stretching right between the quarters here, trying to stay loose.
Yeah, and that's what you have in these games. Just because it's cool, they're still sweating and losing a lot of fluid. All right, so Knoch lines up. They've got Tony Nicolazzo, Cody Mullen in the gun. Nicolazzo is a shotgun next to him. Hand off Nicolazzo up the middle. He cuts and slashes, and he gets balls out. Balls out. Did Indiana recover it?
Yes.
Yes, they did. Indiana got a big turnover. Looks like Kowchuk might have been in on that. But Nicolazzo fumbled the football. So now Indiana has an opportunity to make something happen here.
Carson Beatty is the one that forced the fumble.
Yeah, Beatty forced it, and you see that on the replay. Good job by Indiana to come up with a stop there. So Indiana's going to have the ball here, 1st down and 10. Ball sits on the 30-yard line. We just started the fourth quarter. There's 11:53 to go. Indiana comes out. Trevor Smith, he's got 3 receivers. Indiana will move. They will move left to right. Smith back to pass. He rolls. picks up a block, throws the out pass, makes a man miss. Levi Porter, he's out over the 35 to the 37-yard line. Good first down play.
By Mullen.
You know, Doug, they haven't really gotten Porter going running, but they are trying to get him the ball in the passing game out in space.
Yes, they are. And, you know, Coach Wright had a long conversation with James Mill the last couple plays defensively, trying to go over what they want to do offensively. So see if he's going to get in some plays here this drive as well.
I don't know if you can see it. If you look behind the bleachers there, Doug, that moon is absolutely gorgeous. Smith hands off up the middle. There goes Porter. Porter over the 45, and he's wrestled out of bounds.
Nicolaza with the
so on Renda Digital TV, you can see that moon. It is right out in front of us as we look across the field. But Porter picks up an in First Bank first down. Check out in First Bank, their rewards checking program. Call them today. Indiana's looking to cash in. If they have some cash here, they might want to take it to in First Bank, Doug.
Good interest rates. They're starting to go back up higher, I believe.
I go with Crimson Wealth Management.
That's good choice.
There's a pass. That's out to James Mill, as you said, Doug. That's a pickup of another 8 yards. So that ball's going to be down at the 47-yard line. It'll be a 2nd and 3.
I mean, they're just having a lot of cushion over against James Mill, so he just did that little, right about 12 yards and turned around, and it was right there. Or not 12 yards, 5 yards turned around, and it was right there.
All right, so Indiana's got a 2nd and 2. Smith in the shotgun. He's back. He's looking to run. He drops the ball. He's down to the 30s, down to about the 41-yard line, but that's going to be good for another Indiana first down, brought to you by In First Bank. In First Bank, check them out. Their rewards checking. Call them today. All right, Indiana's on the move here. There's 10:28 in the fourth quarter. Indiana's trailing by 6 points. Trevor Smith is your quarterback. He's got receivers out to the right and out to the left. He's got 2 men in the backfield. Hands off to Porter up the middle. And Knoch did a good job of bottling that run up. Looks like maybe he got 2 yards.
Brought down by Foster.
Ball's down to about the 39-yard line.
Tell you what, I think Indiana right now, they look like they're the fresher team out there. Let's see if they can get that offense line, continue to make that push up front to open up some holes for Porter.
Smith back to pass. He pump fakes. He's looking. He's got all day to throw this football. And he just throws it away. Threw it away in the area of Evan Brocious, but that was a wise decision. There was nothing open, and Trevor, that's what you hope for out of your senior quarterback, that he doesn't force a throw. However, it's going to bring up a 3rd and 8. Now, Indiana's probably in 4-down territory. Ball sitting just inside the 40 at the 39-yard line.
Yes, and that the original play right there, I think they were looking for James Mill on a little stop and go route, but Knoch had.
Now rolls back to his left. He's got running room. Snuffed out. Boy, you would have liked to see a little better block there, and Smith could have broke one. But it's going to be a loss of about 2 yards. That'll take the ball back to the 42-yard line. And let's see what Indiana's going to do here.
They're going to punt right now, and hopefully they can pin them back and get the defense doing their stop again.
So, 4th and 11 on the 42-yard line. Anthony Kowchuk in to punt. .8:57 and counting in the fourth quarter. Kowchuk with the snap. The punt is off. And it's a low line drive, and it hits, and it rolls, and it rolls. And that's going to be down at about the 8-yard line.
Yep,
so Indiana's able to pin Knoch deep. We'll keep it right here. We have 8:43. Knoch leads 30-24 here in the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is brought to you by our friends at Diamond Drug and Medical Supply. We appreciate their support all year with the IRMC high school football. We want to thank Crimson Wealth Management for the sideline reports tonight. And we also want to thank S&T Bank for sponsoring our beautiful accommodations here at Knoch High School in the S&T broadcast booth. So, here we go. Knoch comes out. They have the ball. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 8-yard line. They're backed up. Cody Mullen up. Delay a game, Doug?
I don't know what they call. Is there? Yeah, the clock went down to 0.
Okay.
And
well,
there's a flag on the play.
For those of you listening at home on video, we still have you. But apparently we've lost our feed on the clean feed again. So we're going to try to get that back. Looked like, was that a delay of game, Doug? So that's going to march them back. That'll be a 1st and ball where? At the 4?
Back to the 4, yes.
Mullen up the middle to Nicolazzo. Nicolazzo gets stuffed up. He's still churning his feet. No whistle yet. But they didn't blow the whistle. Looks like he's got about a gain of 2. So
got it out to by they marking it at the 6-yard line for a gain of 2.
2 on the play.
So Indiana's got to get a stop here now. It's imperative that they can keep Knoch pinned back. It's going to be 2nd down. 2nd down and 12. Mullen in the gun. And it looks like that's going to be a false start on Knoch. They jumped. What'd you see down there, Doug?
No, that's what the referee threw the flag on the offensive side of the line of scrimmage, so it will be a procedure. Indiana almost jumped about 5 seconds before that, but did not cross the line of scrimmage, and then Knoch went with the procedure early start.
Yeah, the fans here were not real happy over on the Knoch sideline. They were not happy at all.
30-yard line.
There you have a delay of game and a procedure play. Again, pre-snap penalties.
All right, so Mullen's pass is incomplete.
Out of bounds at the 13-yard line.
No, it was complete, and they have the ball at the 13-yard line, Doug. So that's going to bring down a 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 for the Knights. Backed up on their, where'd they put that ball? On the 13-yard line. Big 3rd down if Indiana can get off the field. Knoch has 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass is Mullen. Mullen looks to run. He's got running room, but he's sniffed out. And he's driven out of bounds. And that's going to be right at the stick. Did he get enough, Doug?
It's enough. They're going to give him the 1st down.
And
that's a big 1st down for the Knoch Knights. Right at the stick. They're going to mark him out at the 19, so he got just enough. Clock is running. Well, it's stopped now because he went out of bounds. 7:42 in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10 for Knoch.
Both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining.
So, Mullen in the gun. He's looking. And again, false start. We've seen that several times here tonight, Doug.
And that was an obvious one. The other times they were very, very close. It seems like a hair soon, but they have not called it. But that one was an obvious false start.
Yeah, the ball never got snapped.
Backs us up.
It's like the tight end is trying to get off the line quick enough, and he just like a hair too early, but they finally got him this time.
So that'll move the ball back to the 14. For those of you on WDAD, we apologize. We've had a few technical difficulties. I believe we're back on the air right now. Cody Mullen is in the gun. He moves his receivers. They have 3 to the left. Now the running back goes wide. That's Nicolazzo, nothing doing. Great tackle there. And that was Evan Brocious, who came up from his cornerback spot to make the stop. So they tried to get the ball out to Nicolazzo, but it doesn't look like they got much of a gain, if any. They may have lost. So this ball is back at about the 13-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 17 now. They marked it at the 12.
2nd down.
Mullen back to pass. Man in motion. Oh, it's a little jet sweep. 10 to the 15. Good job by Indiana. Tackled right at about the 18 or 19 yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 now at the 19.
He was brought down.
Nice tackle by Kalchuk right there to keep him to a minimal gain. But I tell you what, that ball he was running like a loaf of bread with that football there. Indiana, they could have gotten that turnover.
All right, so we have 6:38, 4th quarter, 30-24, Knoch leads. Mullen has 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Back to pass is Mullen. Mullen looks. He sets up, throws over the middle. Too high for the intended receiver. Trevor Smith came up in coverage, as well as Isaac Nygren from the linebacker spot was in coverage.
4th down for the Knights.
Well, let's see. We got a 4th down, and it looks like they're going to punt this ball away. Mullen's the punter, so you got to be alert.
And again, ball security when you're receiving the football. Levi Porter is back for Indiana.
Levi Porter will stand at his own 49-yard line. Mullen in the traditional punt formation. Snap is good. Mullen with the kick. It gets away. It's a lone line drive. Porter's at the 50. Porter at the 40. Down the sideline, but unfortunately there is a flag on the play back at the 47-yard line. Which again, Doug, this is a shame. And we see it on the replay, and it looks like they just called a hold that had absolutely nothing to do with the play.
Yeah.
The flag is nowhere near where that play was. The ball was caught on the opposite side of the field. I don't know about that call, Doug.
The only thing is, I mean, on the other end, why would you be holding when the play is not even near you?
That's my point. I didn't even see a hold.
Yeah, I wasn't watching way over there. I was watching Levi trying to cut the corner there.
So that's 2 big special teams returns by Levi Porter that have been negated by penalties. Nonetheless, 6:14 to go. Indiana trails Knoch 30-24. The ball will be set. Man, O'Day stealing Jack Benedict's line, but goodness, they moved that ball all the way back to the 36-yard line. Levi caught the ball at the 50.
Jeez, that's so it must have been at the the 46 if it's back down there.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Now, Coach Wright is out on the field saying, "What are we doing? What's this?"
Well, the point is, it should be a spot infraction from where the hold occurred. There was no hold in that area. If anywhere, it was well up closer to the 50.
And there's a stoppage in play right now because they're working on the chains. The chain came off the down marker there, so they're working on the chain. So that allowed Coach Wright to question the penalty there, or where the spot of the penalty was.
Yeah, so, okay. So Indiana has all 3 timeouts. They're down by 6. Trevor Smith brings the offense out.
They're still waiting. Now the chains they've got the chains fixed, so they'll bring them back down to spot. So we'll get started momentarily.
Well, we'll blame Josh Shoup for having ineffective chains since he is the athletic director and his dad is running the chain crew. So we'll blame Les too.
Well, they're going high tech now. They're getting the tape for the athletic tape to tape it together.
Well, since Indiana has the ball, they can make that a 9-yard chain, and Indiana's not going to complain right now, Doug. Right? I don't think we're going to get any home cooking here at Knoch. That's for sure.
Hey, but talking about Knoch and the good fan base for Indiana, it was some great battles over the years. Indiana and Knoch from the Greater Allegheny Conference.
Yeah, they were longtime rivals in that conference. And compete in many sports. I know baseball, we've had a good rivalry with them. All right, Trevor Smith's out in the shotgun, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Smith's back to pass, throws the field out, overshoots his receiver, Evan Brocious, which is probably wise. There were 2 defenders there, and that's a field out throw, which is a long throw for Trevor. Brings up 2nd and 10, 6:09 on the clock. Clock is stopped. Indiana has 3 timeouts, so they can do whatever they want to do on offense here. James Mill comes out wide to the right. Kowchuk's at the flanker. Looks like Pribish is the sidecar to Trevor Smith's right. Man in motion is Porter. Fake the handoff. Smith tries to keep it, but going nowhere. It's going to be a loss of 1. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 11.
Now this is where Coach Wright has to decide. Make a decision. He has to think in his mind, are we going to go for it on 4th down? Because that can determine what type of play you call here on 3rd.
Yeah, that's really what it is. And so let's see if Indiana can get close. If they get close, it makes his decision-making a little tougher. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Smith back to pass. He flushes to the left. He's going to run. He's going to keep it. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds right at about the 40, 41-yard line.
Out of bounds on the far sideline.
Man, they marked that at the 39. He clearly got beyond the 40. So that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They're going to punt. 5:27 to go with all 3 timeouts.
4th and 7. Indiana's going to punt this. Anthony Kowchuk is back to punt. Mullen is back to receive. The kick is off, and it's a good kick. And that goes over Mullen's head. It's going to roll. Take an Indiana roll. Let it go. And it checks up right at about the 14-yard line. Good job by Anthony Kowchuk on that punt. So here we go. Let's take a 30-second timeout, and we'll bring it back. You're listening to Indiana football on WDAD 1450.
This is Dave Reed.
Luxembourg's Jewelers, a proud supporter of all the area athletes, would like to wish the best of luck to all the Heritage Conference schools and, of course, the Indiana Little Indians this season. With 2 convenient locations, Luxembourg's Jewelers is the winning choice for gifts of any occasion. Show your school pride with gifts ranging from beautifully logoed coffee mugs, keychains, money clips, water bottles, and more. From the Indiana Mall to downtown Indiana, Hip, Jeff, and the Luxembourg's team wishes everyone an MVP season. Luxembourg's Jewelers is Indiana's jeweler.
The 4th quarter of today's game is brought to you by The Locker Room at Diamond Medical Supply on Oakland Avenue in Indiana. Official supplier for sports teams' medical supplies.
And we're back at Knoch High School. 1st and 10 from the 14. Cody Mullen just keeps the ball. Shotgun snap. And he gets all the way out to the 28-yard line. So that's a gain of 14. They're going to mark that, I guess, gain of 15. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. That's an in-first bank, 1st down. So Knoch is going to take their time now. There's 4:53 in the 4th quarter. They are up by 6. Mullen in the gun. He hands the ball off to Nicolazzo. Nicolazzo gets running over to the 30-yard line. He's wrestled down at the 31-yard line.
Now Indiana, again, both teams have all 3 timeouts. It's a matter of, if you stop them here with only a couple-yard gain, do you take one of those timeouts? I think I would.
Yeah, I think I would too. You want to preserve as much of that clock as you can, but most importantly, you got to get off the field. You got to get the stop. So Mullen, he's got 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, 2 men in the backfield. He's back to pass. He throws the field out. Good job by Evan Brocious. He tackles him right away. But the ball is completed, and that's out to the 37-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 for the Knoch Knights.
And that's where Knoch, they still had 19 seconds on the play clock when that ball was snapped. If you have the lead like this, you're running down the clock. Why not take another 10 seconds off of it? So right there, poor clock management.
So the clock runs, 3:45. Mullen is in the gun. The play clock's at 18. He's got 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He's got an H-back and a running back. And he's back. And Mullen looks to run, and he is brought down by Isaac Nygren. Isaac Nygren did a great job there of reading that play and making the tackle. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 2. So now if you're Knoch, what do you do?
They're going to run the clock the whole way down and call a timeout. If I'm Indiana, I call a timeout right here.
Absolutely, I would have used the timeout. The ball sits right on the 37-yard line. It's a 4th and 2. The clock is down to 3 minutes and counting. They can take another 20 seconds off this, and they're content to do that. And I'm amazed that Indiana's going to let them do it. I would have called the timeout and forced their hand, because I think if you're Knoch, you got to punt this ball, Doug.
I agree, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him come out and punt formation, try to do a hard count to try to get them off sides to get a first down. What's 5 yards going to be? They have the ball at about the 36-yard line anyway.
All right, so Knoch takes a timeout with 2:40. We'll take one with them. You're listening to Indiana High School football on an IRMC Sports Night on WDAD 1450 AM and 100.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
Sports are fun.
Miss the biggest floor sample sale Dowd's Furniture has had in years. We're cleaning out all the shelves and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory available for immediate delivery. Sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all available now. Hurry in and don't miss out at Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
And we're back here in Knoch High School. The fourth quarter is brought to you by Diamond Drug and Diamond Medical Supply. Cody Mullen is in the punt formation. It's 4th and 2 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Indiana trails by 6. Levi Porter stands at his own 30-yard line. Mullen receives the snap. He takes a rugby-style punt, and he does kick it. And he kicks it out of bounds. No, Porter fields it at the 28. He's got a block, and he's down the sideline to about the 42-yard line. So they ran the rugby-style punt. Indiana's going to get the ball with 2 minutes and 28 seconds. They have all 3 timeouts.
You know, last year this game went, double or triple overtime, Pat, up in Indiana when Tristan Redinger kicked that extra point to win it. So coming down another fantastic finish here, this time in Saxonburg at Knoch High School.
Yeah, and really this is what Indiana asked for. You have a chance to go down and win this game with a fourth quarter drive. Smith back to pass. He rolls to his left. Nothing doing. There's going to be a thrown out of bounds, and now roughing the passer. This is going to be offsetting penalties. We're going to have a roughing the passer, and I think we're also going to have a hold on Indiana. So these penalties are going to offset. The Knoch fans are not at all happy, but they took Trevor down well after the play. There is 2 minutes, 22 seconds. You can see it on the Renda Digital replay. They called the hold, and then Smith got driven to the turf. So let's see. Holding on Indiana.
You know, one thing this year, now this won't come into play here because it's offsetting, but you know, in the past years, holding that far behind the line of scrimmage, it was from the spot foul. This year in high school football, the holding penalty goes to the line of scrimmage, even if it was behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, now let's see what one of the referees doing. Are they not going to call the roughing?
Yeah, I thought for sure they had 2 flags down there.
Yeah, oh no, they definitely, the referee threw it. We saw it on the replay. It was clearly, so roughing the passer. Oh no, they're saying intentional grounding. He must not have gotten the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. Oh man, that's terrible. So that's intentional grounding on Smith. Oh boy. I don't know about, that's a tough one. So that's a loss of down. That drives Indiana all the way back to the 20-yard line. Smith back to pass. He's looking. Nobody's open. He misses between 2 guys. He scoots out. He gets out to the 30-yard line.
Smith with the carry, getting the ball to the 30-yard line, brought down by Pinkerton.
Trevor made something out of nothing right there, so able to get it down, but it's still 3rd and long way.
Forever. Indiana has to get to the 49-yard line. The ball sits at the 30. So it's going to be 3rd down. Trevor Smith's got 2 receivers each side and a sidecar in the backfield. He's in the gun. He gets the ball. Back to pass. He looks. He loads up. He throws the ball downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. Nobody home. He tried to get the ball to James Mill. And he took a hit at the end of that play. So this is going to bring up a 4th down and 21. The ball sits on the 30. One minute and 38 seconds to play in this game. Indiana has 2 timeouts left. No, they have 3. They have all 3. They come out. They've got 2 receivers each side. Smith with a sidecar in the backfield. And Indiana jumped off sides. Evan Brocious got a healthy start before the ball was snapped. So that's going to push them back even further. That'll make it a 4th and 26 on the 25.
You know, Pat, right here, Indiana has all 3 timeouts. Do you think about punting? And I mean, Kalchuk got it last time. He got a good punt off, and you have 3 plays to stop him. I mean, what are the chances here now? You got 4th and 26. I don't know what you have in your playbook for 4th and 26.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth a shot. You know, if you can get them stopped and use those timeouts, you're not going to have much time on the backside, but it sure beats 4th and 26.
Yeah, and I can see coaches too say, hey, we have the ball. Let's take our chance with us having the ball, not having to defend them.
So Smith gets the direct snap. He's back to pass. He looks over the middle. He lost one up, and that's going to be intercepted. Cody Mullen on the interception, and he's going to return this ball, and he's still going.
And the pass is intercepted.
And he returns it all the way back to the 22-yard line. You know, that was a desperation play. You saw it on the replay. He was trying to get the ball to Kalchuk. And then Mullen makes a big return. And that's probably going to put this game away. Now, Doug, you bring up a good point. Indiana's got 3 timeouts, so they can get a stop. They might get this football back if they can hold Knoch, but they got to get a stop and make those timeouts count.
Yeah, and they just have to, hopefully Knoch doesn't gain a few yards to get in a manageable field goal position as well.
That's right. And I imagine Knoch's going to just keep this ball on the ground, give it to Nicolazzo or keep it in Mullen's hands. Direct snap. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff to Nicolazzo, and he gets stoned right up the middle. Brought down by Indiana and Isaac Nygren. Indiana does use a timeout. We'll keep it right here. Beatty and Nygren on that stop. So there's a minute 15. It's going to be a 2nd down and 12. The ball sits at the 25-yard line. We are in the 4th quarter. The 4th quarter is brought to you by our friends at Diamond Drug and Diamond Medical Supply. Our sideline reports all night have been brought to you by Crimson Wealth Management. Call Doug Steve for all your financial needs at Crimson Wealth Management. And you are joining us in the S&T Bank broadcast booth here at Knoch High School. So Indiana's got to get a stop here again, Doug.
Yes, they do. And, Doc, we have to come up with a good player of the game.
Well, we'll deal with that after we see the final minute and 15. We'll see how that shakes out as we make our way through this 4th quarter. All right, so Knoch comes out. Nicolazzo is in the sidecar to the left. They are in a tight formation, 3 receivers to the right. Handoff to Nicolazzo. Oh, Mullen keeps it. He just flips it out. Everybody's there to Jackson Bauman. He's going to get the ball. He's going to be short. He's going to be short. The ball is going to be placed right at about the 13-yard line.
13-yard line.
Are they going to measure this?
Yes, they are. They're going to measure it.
It's right at the sticks.
And the sticks are on the far side of the field here on the Indiana bench, so they're going to have to bring them the whole way across.
Now let's see what they're going to do.
Bringing the sticks out for a measure.
As they bring those sticks over, they clear everybody out. Obviously, if they get this first down, Doug, this game's pretty much all but over.
Yes, Indiana only with 2 timeouts.
And it's going to be just short. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1.
Indiana's going to have to call a timeout here, I believe.
1:07 because the clock will start as soon as they get those sticks set. So, yeah, you're right, Doug. Indiana's going to have to call a timeout because once they get those sticks set, the clock will wind.
3rd and 1 for the Knights.
And since there's a stoppage, it's only going to be a 25-second clock, not a 40-second clock.
Right, but I hope Indiana knows to take that timeout because Knoch's just going to stay on the sideline huddled up. So we'll see here. They've not wound the clock yet. And Knoch's hurrying to the line. And now they wind it. 1:06 and rolling. Mullins just going to, Indiana now uses their timeout. I don't understand, Doug. Why didn't they just call the timeout immediately? Why let 5 seconds go off that clock?
I don't know. I was looking down here and the coaches were talking, and I thought they started to go down towards the official, but then the official was putting the chain back down. And but no, that's an automatic. You have to get that timeout called quickly.
That's 5 seconds that they just let run off that clock. It makes 0 sense.
Yeah.
All right, so let's reset you. Knoch leads 30-24. There's 1:02 left. Knoch has the ball going in the Indiana 14-yard line. It's 3rd and 1. If Indiana can get a stop, they have 1 timeout left. So presumably Knoch's going to run 2 more plays here. Indiana may get the ball back with a little bit of time left, but they have to get the stop here. I imagine I'd keep the ball probably in Mullins' hands, or they're going to give it to Nicolazzo, because that's really all they've done in the second half. They come out, tight formation, 1 receiver flanked out to the right-hand side. Nicolazzo is the sidecar. H-back in motion, hands off to Nicolazzo, he creases it, and he's going to walk down, and he's going to be down at the 3-yard line, and that should do this, put this game away for the Knoch Knights. All they did here on the replay, they just handed it off right to Nicolazzo, right behind number 4, the H-back, and he rolled and rumbled and bumbled and was brought down right at the 3-yard line.
Indiana will use their last timeout.
So there's 51 seconds. Let's take a break with them. You're listening to Indiana High School football on WDAD 1450 and FM 100.3 and Renda Digital TV. We'll be back after this.
At the Y.
This is Jay
and Shannon
from Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
The 4th quarter of today's game is brought to you by The Locker Room at Diamond Medical Supply on Oakland Avenue in Indiana. Official supplier for sports teams' medical supplies.
And we're back at Knoch High School. Knoch has the ball, 1st and goal on the 6-yard line. There's 51 seconds. They have a 6-point lead, and Knoch is in the victory formation as Indiana can no longer stop this clock. They're just going to apparently kneel on the ball and run this clock out. And Mullen does just that. Takes a snap, takes it down to 1 knee, and the clock rolls and winds under 40 seconds. They got to snap the ball one more time. There's about a 5-second differential between the play clock and the game clock. But Indiana's going to fall to Knoch. I'll tell you, Doug, Indiana gave a good battle.
Yes, they did, and it was a valiant effort. And believe me, Knoch won which I did not think they were going to win tonight, and that was on the running game. So credit them.
Yeah, that was they really came out in the second half and established the run with Nicolazzo, and Mullen made a couple big runs. But that's going to do it here from Knoch High School. Your final score, the Knoch Knights 30, Indiana 24. Indiana falls to 1-1 on the season. Knoch goes to 2-0 on the season. Let's take a quick break. and we will be back right after this. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on WDAD 1450 100.3 and Renda Digital TV, brought to you by the Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory.
It's
Milk every moment.
Interview. I don't know if we can hear him or not. We can hear him good, but
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Your source for building or repairing, cleaning materials, and guns and hunting supplies. Stop by their location.
Miss the biggest floor sample sale Dowd's Furniture has had in years. We're cleaning out all the shelves and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory available for immediate delivery. Sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all available now. Hurry in and don't miss out at Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
Football season, and before you know it, Mother Nature will say time to turn off the AC and crank up the furnace. Have you had your furnace checked lately? If not, call Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning in Indiana. They're this area's authorized trained dealer. Anderson's can give your furnace a full checkup to make sure it's ready for fall and winter. Don't wait. The game clock is ticking down for cooler temps. Call Anderson's at 724-465-8923. Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning. PA license 677.
And we're going to go through YouTube so we can record you.
Okay.
So just hang with me.
Okay, we're going to go with Trevor Smith yet as well, right?
Yeah, Trevor Smith, player of the game, and we'll get Coach Wright first.
Introducing the new Colonial Advantage at Colonial Auto Group. Our complimentary program with every new and used vehicle. 1 year of no-charge maintenance, meaning you can enjoy your new vehicle and let us take care of the rest. Plus, a lifetime warranty. That's a $2,500 value. The Colonial Advantage program is our way of giving you peace of mind with every Colonial vehicle purchase. Colonial Auto Group, home of the Colonial Advantage. Visit shopcolonialcars.com.
Hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
All right, and we're back here at Knoch High School with the postgame show. This is brought to you the First Commonwealth Bank.
Hard-fought game tonight. Had some chances there. But again, it goes back to some penalties. The one big one in the third quarter, you had that touchdown kickoff return from Levi Porter. Some penalties there too, but you guys never gave up.
No, I don't. Like I told him over there, I don't question a harder desire, the willingness to win, eliminate the penalties. And the cold hard truth is that we're not going to experience much success in the whip-you if you're playing sloppy, undisciplined football like we did tonight, and the last 2 weeks for that matter.
You know, Knoch coming in last week, they had all those passing yards, and it seemed like everyone was ready for a passing show tonight, but Knoch ran the ball effectively.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the left side of their line is pretty tough. Their kids are big and they're physical, and we experienced that tonight. They whooped us up front.
What did you tell your team after the game?
So unless we get into next week, and if we don't figure it out as far as the selfish play and the penalties and things like that, then it's going to be a big disappointment this season until we can figure that out.
Okay, go get them next week, Coach.
Thank you.
Okay, there you have it, Coach, head coach Brad Wright. I'm going to go with, right now we have Trevor Smith down here. Trevor, the good player of the game, brought to you by Good and Associates Insurance Agency of Indiana. Trevor, not the outcome you wanted tonight. You got off to a slow start, a couple turnovers there in the first half, interceptions, but you did take part in the 3 touchdowns, 2 passes, and a run. Your thoughts on the game?
Sloppy, especially from the quarterback. I mean, 3 turnovers, which you can say what you want about penalties and all that, but if we're turning the ball over, that's on me. So,
defensively, were you surprised that Knoch ran the ball so easily against the Indiana defense?
I mean, after watching film, it looked like they threw the ball very well. So, yeah, we were definitely scheming for a lot of pass, and they just came out and punched us in the mouth. They did a good job running the football. So,
what do you do as a senior leader out there? What do you do in the coming 4, 5, 6 days before next week's home game?
I mean, just rally the troops. I mean, these are non-conference games. We have a big home game against Shadyside next week. Sun will come up tomorrow, and we'll get back to work.
Okay, go get him. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
There you Trevor Smith, and a disappointed Indiana team down there, not just the players, but the coaching staff as well, and Pat will send it back upstairs.
All right, and this is the Colonial Auto Group drive of the game. You know, there were a lot of them, but Indiana came back and pulled that score. You know, they had a big drive. It was a 12-play, 67-yard drive, 2-yard touchdown pass from Trevor Smith to Porter. So that's, I think, the Colonial drive of the game. We'll be back with more of the First Commonwealth Bank postgame show after this.
This is State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all of our student athletes and their families every success. Friday Night Lights are always exciting, and I recognize how important it is for students to be involved in activities, whether it be in athletics or the performing arts. I salute not only all of our students, but also all who guide them, on and off the gridiron, and I wish all of our hometown teams the best of luck this season.
And free car washes for life. The Colonial Advantage program is our way of giving you
Horses is hospitality. Sit right down and enjoy a great meal. Horses is hospitality. Delicious food with lots of hoss-a-feel. You'll love our famous fresh salad bar. The freshest near or far. Your hometown steakhouse, wherever you are. Horses Steak and Sea House. Horses is hospitality.
We're in the after the drive of the game break.
Miss the biggest floor sample sale Dowd's Furniture has had in years. We're cleaning out all the shelves and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory available for immediate delivery. Sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all available now. Hurry in and don't miss out at Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
Enjoy the season. Paid for by friends of Joe Pittman. Football.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Regional President from First Commonwealth Bank. Through the years, we've built some amazing relationships with small business owners.
Renda Digital TV is Indiana County's leading live stream service. Our team of dedicated producers and on-air personalities work hard to bring you network-level event and sports coverage to your fingertips. And if you can't make it, every live stream is archived, so you never miss a minute. And for you IUP football fans, Renda Digital TV is the exclusive home of Hawk Talk, airing every Monday during the season. Subscribe to Renda Digital TV for free today.
matters. Henry Hall Technical Services. We can be at your door in 90 minutes. Guaranteed. At the
Football fans across the county, did you know
Citizens Ambulance Service has been providing our community with professional emergency medical services for 59 years.
Citizens' 1,000 square mile service area includes 7 school districts and 47 municipalities.
They partner with local fire departments and individuals to have medically trained responders at your door as quickly as possible.
Citizens has responded to 5,400 emergency calls so far.
Community support makes it
going to be an offensive battle, and it was, but it was not what we expected as far as passing. Last week, Knoch came out and threw the ball all over the place against Hampton. Tonight, they did it on the ground with Tony Nicolazzo, and he was able to get big yardage. Indiana had their opportunities. They had the ball with just under 2 minutes to go, and they were not able to get the ball downfield. And, Doug, that, as Coach said, turnovers, penalties, just it wasn't clicking when they play penalties too. I mean, when you look, you had the big kickoff return that got negated by Levi Porter, then a big punt return that got negated by Levi Porter. Then on that last drive, not only did you have a hold, but then you had an intentional grounding call that really put Indiana well behind the sticks. And, they weren't able to overcome that tonight.
No, and when you're talking with Trevor Smith, he'll take the blame. Like you said, offensively, it's on him. He's the one that had the turnovers, the interceptions, and you can't do that. And I know he feels bad, but I think there's enough senior leadership on this Indiana team to get them back in practice next week and be ready for Shadyside Academy next Friday.
Yeah, I mean, that's another, that's the greatest thing about athletics. There's always a next opportunity. And they have, as he said, these are non-section games. So they still have all their goals in front of them, to go out and they want to win this next non-section game, get a win against Shadyside, propel them into section play. And, the section's a little up and down this year. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens as things progress. The good player of the game was Trevor Smith, as we know. 3 touchdowns accounted for, but the costly turnovers. But Indiana will regroup, and they'll come back at it, and we'll see what happens next week. Anything else on that?
No, it's the internal heart. I mean, to get these things rectified, the penalties, and most of those penalties are penalties that can be rectified. I mean, we didn't see any of the crazy unsportsmanlike penalties like we saw last week, but they were penalties that, as everyone watched the game or listened, that were costly penalties. And again, the second straight week, and you can't do that, as Coach said, especially in the WPR against the competition you're going to see.
Yeah, they were able to overcome it last week against Freeport, but this week they just were not able to do that. So that's your final score here tonight. Knoch 30, Indiana 24. We will be back at it next week when Indiana takes on Shadyside Academy. Our airtime will be on AM 1450 WDAD. Our airtime will be at 6:30. You can also find us on Rended Digital TV, brought to you by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Pet Crematory. We want to thank everybody, Garrett Clark back at the station. We want to thank Andy Hart, our director here in the S&T broadcast booth. Our cameraman Peyton was with us tonight. Doug, Steve, as always, I appreciate your help. And the sideline reports. And, for a cast of hundreds, we're going to bid you a good night here from Knoch High School, Indiana Falls, 30-24.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
It's a new season of high school sports in Indiana, and Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is proud to be back presenting Indiana video broadcasts. The team at Bowser Minnick feels overwhelming support from the community and has enjoyed watching and celebrating the accomplishments of the young student athletes, along with all the families and viewers. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is committed to community involvement and cherishing the special moments that sports create in our children's lives. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
Whether you're buying or selling, Berkshire Hathaway is here to help you. Hi, I'm Tom Moreau from Berkshire Hathaway. Our experienced agents are here to help you.
Hi, Kathy Steffi here to kick off with Berkshire Hathaway. If you're ready to get your game on to buy or sell a home, my negotiating offense will score you a winning touchdown.
The face of integrity, passion, and experience, Berkshire Hathaway, 200 South 7th Street, or visit us online at thepreferredrealty.com.
Milk every moment.
In a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Nick Moore, head coach of the state runner-up Homer Center Lady Wildcats. When I'm not game prepping with the girls,
I'm creating financial game plans at Walbeck Insurance. We take time to learn about your specific needs to create a game plan tailored just for you, whether it is auto, home, life, health, or business insurance. Come see me, Nick Moore, at Walbeck Insurance, where we offer more choices, more savings.
Call 724-479-9378 to let Coach Nick make a game plan for you.
Indiana's premier fitness facility, Sobek Fitness, is excited to be a sponsor of Little Indians Athletics and this year's football season. Sobek Fitness is Indiana's only open-floor gym. One step inside and you will realize this is no ordinary gym. Sobek has the largest selection of equipment to choose from, including plate-loaded machines and plate select machines. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or new to a gym, Sobek has the equipment for you. Call Sobek Fitness to join, 724-801-8170, or check them out online at sobekfitness.com.
Football fans across the county, did you know?
Citizens Ambulance Service has been providing our community with professional emergency medical services for 59 years.
Citizens' 1,000 square mile service area includes 7 school districts and 47 municipalities.
They partner with local fire departments and individuals to have medically trained responders at your door as quickly as possible.
Citizens has responded to 5,400 emergency calls so far this year.
The Citizens Ambulance Board of Directors thanks you and reminds you that community support makes it work.
Milk every moment.